Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. So glad you're with us. This is my favorite day of the week. You know it is. We get started with shopping for the week, and we are so glad you're with us. Here's the deal. I have a question for you. I know I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Do I look like $1 million bucks? Here's the deal. I feel like $1 million bucks, and I'm actually wearing on one hand more than $1 million bucks. We've got two incredible rings that you simply have to see to believe, and that is really some of the highlights of not just our show tonight, the inventory at large. We have a very, very special show tonight in general, but there's a lot of affordable, but then there's also going to be some very affordable and some super exotics, and that super exotic would be about a 20 carat, I can't even say it. And no, my brain knows you don't say things like 20 carat Paraiba on TV. At least I haven't in 25 years. But today is the day I get to show you a nearly 20 carat purple Paraiba on this show, and that's right there on my ring finger. I know you can see it from where you are, no matter how far away you live, but we also have blue-green Paraibas next to it. So that's coming up in the show. What's on this finger, you ask? You may not be able to tell from where you're at home, but there are very, very special pink and yellow diamonds together. We've got a little Valentine's Day surprise. I know it's still 3 weeks away, but I can't help but get you ready for Valentine's Day when we have a very special jewelry holiday coming up. So what I want to do is talk about a great ruby necklace today. We do ruby necklaces in honor of Valentine's Day because it's the easiest, I think, jewelry item to give. But you might be thinking, oh, Lolo, I am not made of money. I am not going to spend $1 million or $5,000 or $10,000 on a Valentine's Day gift. Well, you might be able to be really surprised here with our ruby value. So a little Valentine's special on the way to get you ready if you do want to give the most amazing precious Burma ruby in the world to a loved one. And if this loved one loves jewelry, they're going to know the value of Burma. So we do have that one on the way, as well as there's other affordables. We've got tanzanite affordable. What do I mean by affordable? Usually that would be considered anything under $5,000, but I'm going to bring you something really, really special, very, very affordable, and stick with us for that. There's even some Paraiba here, blue-green in a ring. We've got a couple of sorari pieces I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of work in the last couple of days to try and find a way to bring you more of the sorari. I got to tell you, I have 3 pieces today, and that's it. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any more. I take the blame for that. That was my pricing. So yeah, no kidding. So if you already got one, I just want to say congratulations to all of you who already picked up a piece from this great designer line at these values I've been bringing, but we're not going to be seeing much more of that. So we've got a ring, an earring, and one necklace. Hey, that's good news. We can round it out with the classic set for you tonight. And there's a great opal to start, and your request, whatever it is you'd like to see on the show, please let me know. We only have 3 precious hours together, so I hope you can stay with me for the duration. Let me know if there is something you want to see on the show. I will share it with you gladly. It could be a category, it could be a stone, it could be a specific, it could be anything you want in jewelry. That's what we do. Fine jewelry only. Aren't you getting amazed that it's getting tougher and tougher to find, quite literally? Truly, truly, it's really all about everywhere I look. And I gotta tell you, for a lot of years, and you may know me, maybe you've been shopping with me for a decade or 2 decades or maybe 2.5 decades, but I don't usually spend a lot of time watching our industry, just because I don't have a lot of time. But I will tell you this, I have been making a very specific, conscious effort to see a little bit of what's going on, because I'm curious as to what's happening out there. And I have been a little bit shocked and appalled at what I'm seeing, because everyone is, yes, as no surprise with the industry going the way it is, everyone's resorting to stones that are really, really fake and faux. And what that means is, and I say faux, that's F-A-U-X. I know everyone's going, faux, like an enemy? No, like F-A-U-X, like faux, like not real. But of course, a nice way to say fake. I mean, there's those, there's those 4-letter F words that we don't talk about much, but really it's faux and fake. And they mean the same thing, really. So what we are doing, just to reassure you, because there's a lot of tricky things going on out there, where if you didn't know any better, you'd think these fake stones or these faux stones might be real because they sound kind of like it. There's very clever naming being done. Well, we are all about natural, and so just rest assured, you're getting solid platinum and gold. This is really the truly best of the best in precious metals and fine gemstones, and we're still, again, sticking to that great standard of the highest quality that is available on TV, but also at incredible pricing. So we're going to start with opal. It's right here. It's a fabulous opal too. Take a look at this. It's Australian, and here it is. This is going to be, wow, I love this one, 1130084, and it's our 2 carat 20. If it's a 220, it's going to look like even more than that. Also, it's going to be 7 points in diamonds along the side. So glad you're with us tonight. Again, let us know if there's anything we can help you with. I know it's been a couple of days since I've seen you and I've missed you guys. So we are so ready. I know, I was just anxious. I got here, did you see how early I got here today? I got here really, really early today because I was so excited to get shopping. So I'm thrilled you're with us to hang out and spend these next 3 hours together. I promise you it's going to be a blast. You never know what's going to happen up here. You just never know. With this merchandise tonight, you never know. We might give away the museum, and that's what we do. So here we are with our 220, 7 points in diamonds along the sides, and this one going on the hand here. So this is Australian, and we do appreciate that because, you know, bringing you rich through and through, no doublets, no triplets. Look at that. Love the bigger diamonds on the sides. Wait a minute, sorry, I had to look at it myself. Those are not 7 points in diamonds. That would imply that they're only like a point apiece. No, they are not. Something's amiss with that diamond weight, but that's okay. I don't know about you, but I love free diamonds. Raise your hand at home if you love free diamonds. I do, and especially when they're VS. Like, I'll take any free diamond, but the truth is we all have that quality standard we love. So again, harsher lighting for an opal. So imagine all the colors you do see on TV and you do see from where you're at are going to be even better and even bigger and even bolder, and we love that too. So now we get to have a party with this one. You know, if I start the show with it, it's got to be something good because we do set the tone here for it. So this is exciting, and this is what it is all about. Special piece. Let's blow it out. Huge stone. Looks like 4.5, 5 carats. What if we just make this dandy? I mean, this is supposed to be, you probably know, $32.99. We're going to do better than that. And then again, if you want those Ferrari pieces, one necklace, one earring, one ring, but come on in. If you want the opal that is a one of a kind, they always, always, always are. You know that. You're not going to be getting a duplicate of an opal out there. You can't do it, at least not the natural stones, right? The faux, yes. That's going to be a word that we, again, I should not see saying anymore because we don't have any of that. But again, even sometimes opals without being, they technically call them still natural, but there's usually a layer added, or even sometimes two. So that's doublets and triplets where they're given a little bit of help. They might have started as natural stone. They take a little sliver of the natural rough, and then they back it with materials that are darker. We do not do that. So make sure it's going out. This is how we do it. It's white, yellow, or rose gold, by the way. You can change it if you choose to, but it's only going to be $999. I thought we'd start the big night here ahead with something very, very affordable. Hi, Kirsten. Thank you. You are so kind. Thank you so much. And love seeing you, or actually, no, I'm getting my comments mixed up. She said, I'm happy to see you too, Kirsten. And then Kathy says it's cold. I hear that. I hear it's cold a few places out there. We're going to send some warmth out to you. If it's not the jewelry, we'll just do our best. Send the warmth to the East Coast and stay safe and warm out there. And Tracy, I'm glad you got your ring today. Oh, good. Yeah, she says her ring looks better in person than it does on TV. Well, welcome to the club. I think there should be like a TVON series, like a whole TVON club that is just about, you know, I really didn't believe it, but my piece looks better in person than it does on TV. I hear that every single day without fail. Michael, thank you so much. You are so kind. And Kirsten, oh, she's got her pink and white diamond bracelet on. Well, that is exciting. And also, we do have, Kirsten, since you brought it up, you know that ring I was wearing on my index finger? I do have one of our special, you know, the $1 million of jewelry. Actually, I'm underestimating. That is a very, very conservative number I gave you. Remember how I said that I had $1 million of jewelry on one hand? This alone would be easily $1 million. I'm just going to share it. I don't mean to scare you guys away because I know we don't usually bring big diamonds like this all together in a 3-stone ring, but this is still your major pink diamond with your major yellow diamonds. Did you notice something special about those that might be Valentine's Day ready? Heart shapes, no less, on the sides. I think that could be in and of itself symbolic or specialty. What do you guys think? And this is our pink and yellow diamond ring. So this is the one I was wearing on my index finger, just to give you kind of a heads up that it's coming. We have the 2 beautiful, really high-end museum pieces. This is one of them to go along with our 20-karat purple Paraiba that is surrounded by blue-green Paraiba. So this is something we are going to see here. But again, if you love it, remember, this is not just a big pink diamond. A big pink diamond would be considered 10 points. That's really in the world at large what we consider a big fancy color, especially in the pinks. But this one actually is 27 points just on that individual center. Then you have the bigger yellows on the sides. Those are heart shapes. And think about what each and every one of those 3 sections would be on their own, each one worthy of being set on a band as its own solitaire. Instead, we put them all together for you, and you get this big old value that's coming up. So if you're loving pink and white diamonds, and then a splash of the yellow as well, that's going to be a fabulous piece that we're going to make very affordable tonight. So get ready and stick around for that one. So here's my sorority ring, and I know that we got, actually technically this has been here, but we were able to get one back. And I'm thrilled about it because it's one of those styles that so many of you missed out on. I remember the moment. And here it is with the graduated sizes of diamonds from pinks and purples and greens and yellows. And we will have a full presentation on that yellow, pink, and white diamond ring later. Don't forget about the opal, the $999 opal doing the drive-by. And now we're talking about the knot ring, the love knot, the ribbon ring, however you'd like to frame it here. But there is only one. It's in the yellow gold. It's 1129,854. And it's a very, very, very pretty piece when you consider that it's a little different than some of the more basic kinds of styles. You see here how the, nothing small I would say, but still graduating into bigger sizes as it comes up through the middle and creates that very dimensional type of ribbon look. Now this is 95 points in diamonds. You can see this is the actual one you get because there are no others. You see there are pinks and there are lavenders and there are what we call the fawns with that pinky brown, and then yellows and greens really do. I know that Carrie's always asking me for anything with blues. I did not find a blue in this one. We have a customer that says, give me a heads up if you ever have anything with a blue. And I literally do that due diligence and custom. I really do look for you guys and search for you guys every single day for the litany of requests that I have a mental inventory of that you ask for so that I can be sure and bring them to you when we ever get them. But I give you a heads up, of course. But no, I wouldn't see any blues, but definitely the greens, the goldens, the yellows. So again, kind of golden, more orangey yellows, and then the more lighter yellows. And then really those pinks and purples are really what I think stand out so well. And also to keep in mind, there is only one. It's a beautiful ring, and these diamonds are all natural. So that's really important as well. Natural fancy stones, of course, that's what we look for. That's what we love. That's what makes it so specialty. But also the fact that you're getting in the yellow gold and quite a bit of it because that beautiful knot or ribbon design, it doesn't look so, let's say, uniform. I think there's a lot of, as I've seen a lot of jewelry in my life, I know you have as well, a lot of the knot designs are very straightforward. They kind of all look the same and basic. I love that this one's a little bit kind of organic looking. It doesn't look too perfect. It's somewhat asymmetrical, so you get this really beautiful ribbon look. You can actually see the dimension from all the angles. So you see the way the gold wraps around the mirror finishing on the sides and on the inside. And it's going to be one only. Come on in, because I know this is our last ring. We have the earrings later. We have the necklace later, but this is it for rings. And so, yep, there's Carrie. Carrie D, I was just mentioning you, and I see she's checking in with us online. So she's saying hello to everybody here. And yep, that was you, Carrie, that I was talking about. She's always looking for the blues. I don't see any blues in this one. Obviously, when I do, I make sure that I give you all a heads up via email or however you like it. So that one, yeah, but every other color pretty much. I mean, going on through that one, it's not going to be that $39.99. We'll make it a lot better. I'll try it on. That way you can see. It's also one of those rings I would love to see it size, maybe even larger to, maybe go on the middle finger to the index finger. But you can see that's no small ring. That's not a little tiny little baby ring. This one's got some, oomph to it. And it's got almost a carat in diamonds as well. And it's looking really, really good. And yet all the magical colors mixed in, kind of nice to get a one-of-a-kind unique piece. And we're going to blow it out less than $2,000. There's your half off. Let's keep it going. Remember, that is the one you get. We have a lot of exotics tonight, but I'm doing my due diligence to make them all super crazy affordable. That's my job, is to come here and show up just to give you guys values. I know you can buy fine jewelry anywhere you go. There's a, well, not anymore, but used to be. You could go out and, find your fair share of fine jewelry, but it was a matter of, okay, is the quality there and the prices, woo, gets pricey. So here's where we bring you that value story, and not even $1,900, $1,500 is great, but I'm really making a move here to get all this jewelry. They all go, it's a Wednesday night, Wednesdays, Thursday, and Friday. Sometimes everyone's got a little slow start because, not everybody's home yet from their busy Wednesday. So everything goes, and by the end of the night, when we sign off at 8 p.m. Pacific time, that's going to be all done and over, and all these one-of-a-kinds will have found their fabulous homes, and that is, after all, the whole purpose and principle of being here. So instead of 15, and again, what a luxury to sit at home, relax a little bit, unwind after a day, and make sure that you get these values we love. So it's not going to be 15, 14, I'll even do $13.99. We can take a look at the ring here because, hi, let's go to the ring if we have it. I don't know, do we? Okay, there we go. So I'll make it $12.99 instead. So that's it. Didn't mean to leave you with nothing there, but there we go. So that's going to be a real quick one only. And then shall we get to our cat's eye? I've got the strongest cat's eye pendant for you. And I didn't even mention, we do have a purple Paraiba, the 20 karat, but there's also a 2 karat 60 that's going to be very, very affordable. So we'll have that. Look at the blue sapphire lovers. Look at that bright blue cat's eye coming up. And then then we have one of those aquas. We're getting so close, guys, to February, which means then March. We're talking about aquas for the March birthstone. We got the best in the world. I've got cat's eye chrysoberyl. This one is gorgeous and next. So you might want to get on the phone lines, get a little head start. Does anyone like the sea creatures? You know how over the years we've done sea lions and we've done starfish and we've done, oh gosh, we've done it all. But I have a seahorse today. I'll give you a little flash, and it's a necklace. Full beautiful opal inlay, diamonds, chain included for free. I mean, that's a fun piece, a little artistic element there. So let's get to our cat's eye chrysoberyl. It's item number 1128812. Thrilled to have you here. Let's show you the next one. There's that beautiful blue green. You know, some just look like yellow. And, you know, there's ways to describe it that I'm not going to use that verbiage. But, you know, a lot of the stones not all that attractive. I know you guys have shared that with me. You're like, I appreciate the rarity, but it's not always something that's pretty to me. And then you realize there's that beautiful, softer sagey green with that bright, like a, almost like a neon blue glow to the cat's eye. That's what I know has a real following to it. And they're tough to find. So it's 1128812. It's our 118 cat's eye. Set in platinum. It's a pendant. And it's going to stay in the platinum. Now, this is 30 points in diamonds around it, which are all bigger diamonds. And then even part of the detail here is that mirror finish platinum between your diamond halo, a nice fluted bail in which you're going to pop your favorite chain right on through it, and then it's suddenly adorning your neckline and looking fabulous. And you can see the movement, that straight up and down. It's going to be a vertical cat's eye when it's on the neckline, of course, but it's horizontal now, I realize. But it's got that beautiful movement. It's that straight up and down style, so it really does. That's all the gem, and then it's the cutting. So you have two things at work here to make sure that it's perfected as everybody notices it and sees it on your neckline. Take a look at this. That's a good size pendant for everyday wear. There's always good size pendants that are ones you'd never wear, and then there's the ones that are good size for everyday wear. And that's where I think this one falls into such category. So we're going to show you here the length. It should be 3/4 of an inch if the last time I measured it is accurate. And so here it is, and we'll verify that, and it is. So 3/4 of an inch. We'll show it on the neckline because watch how it gleams even from a distance away. I'll just slow it down from moving, but you can see, did anyone else notice that cat's eye gets a little more glowy? You see that it looks a little more detailed and a little bit even wider when you see it from a distance away in this lower light than it does when you're, let's say, as we were up close. So just something to recognize about this gorgeous stone. And it looks very blue-green as a whole when you see it from a distance. We'll go back up close and we're going to watch this one fly. So here's my question for you. If I give away jewelry tonight, Wednesday, January 21st, 2026, if I just say, the heck with all the pricing that's out there, let's do what we do best, let's do what you love most, let's give away jewelry, that you're going to take advantage of, right? You're not going to leave it behind thinking, like, you understand, we look at things under a lens, and this really, and I don't mean literally under the camera lens, I'm talking about the lens of what's happening, but I'm not talking about just here's a good value compared to what everyone else is doing. I'm talking about a great value for what you and I are used to seeing, for what we demand and appreciate about our values. We are a value company, and we always have been, and I'm not even asking $9.99. So when you get a phenomenal stone, and it's a carat plus, and then set in precious metal solid with the big VS diamonds, all of that, there's a lot to appreciate here. Not to mention the great finishing it has with the details inscribed in the back, so you will never have to like keep a little Rolodex of your carat weights because you know you're going to forget. I never know the carat weights. That's a little handy dandy little key there on the inside to really remind you if you ever need to know. And let's do better than even $9.99, $8.88, $7.77. We're going to make magic happen tonight. It's what I show up to do Wednesday through Sunday, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday in the morning. So here we go. $6.99 on that one. We'll get it done. Then we've got the other, its sister counterpart to the gem family, but even more exotic than the cat's eye, because Jason's got that one. Let's take a look at this now. This is the more rare version. They are similar but different. What do I mean? Well, this is the cat's eye alexandrite, a double phenomena, beautiful stone, double phenomena, 5 stones. Item number is 1128878. The cat's eye is still here, actually. So, right, Jason? All right, cat's eye still here. If you want that cat's eye pendant, so is the opal. So is that fabulous. Well, we haven't priced out the yellow and diamond ring, yellow and pink and white, but we do have that little knot design or Ferrari pieces here if you want that. And here we go with the 5 stones, cat's eye alexandrite. Carat 36 total here, platinum platinum band. It is heavy. You've got a wider band here and 20 points in diamonds that adorn the sides, top and bottom there. And then a lot of little detailing down the edges. So a little border to the piece itself, and platinum, platinum, platinum. We like that. Nice and heavy duty, and it feels great. This actually could be a men's or ladies piece because it is wide enough. You know, if it's a little skinny, narrow band, I don't always say gents ring. I don't think there's, you know, a lot of teeny tiny thin bands that the guys wear, but when you see it on the hand where it's at, you're going to notice it's nice and heavy and thick, and it's definitely that what in my mind makes it worthy. Also, I'd like to just remind you, this is a stone that actually is a little unexpected. It's a birthstone. Not everyone realizes it, but it is a birthstone for June. So just an FYI, if you celebrate a birthday and we're born in the month of June, this would be beautiful and a more rare exotic way. Did I just say a more rare exotic way to get alexandrite? Yes, it is, because it's the cat's eye alexandrite. Why is it different from the last one we saw that had that green color? This is a blue green that subtly changes to purple red with the cat's eyes as well. The other one is cat's eye chrysoberyl. They're part of the same family. There's an overarching, and if nothing else, you tune in to learn, right? So if you're not familiar, listen, you don't have to be a gem expert to shop for great gemstone jewelry. That's the beauty of it. You can start here. I can't tell you how many people have told me over the years, I should be giving you some kind of, like, I don't know, tutorial fee or some kind of, you know, professor fee, because this is like going to school. This is like taking courses. This is like being at GIA, because when you listen to the shows, hopefully you get a little bit of education, because I don't believe in just saying, here it is, it's pretty, buy it. That's everyone else's philosophy on sales or this business. I don't do that, although that's certainly enough. Don't give me, seriously, I promise you that's enough to buy something. I mean, if you love it and you think it's pretty, buy it. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be something that you don't have to invest. I mean, if you're all for, if you see a piece of costume jewelry and it's, you know, glass and it's coated and it's something, and you think it's pretty, wear what you like, own what you like, purchase what you like. But I really believe in, when you're offering something as exotic as natural gemstones are, I think it's fun to kind of know a little history, know what's new. It's an ever-changing, dynamic world of gems. It's changing all the time, believe it or not. And this is where hopefully we realize that the chrysoberyl family, it embodies several different stones. The chrysoberyl, which are basic faceted stones, they can be a yellow-green color and they have no phenomena. Then there's, of course, the alexandrite material that's also faceted, usually transparent or translucent. It is a color-changing stone. And then there's the two that belong to that extra phenomenal family with the chrysoberyl cat's eyes. There's the regular one like we just saw, and this is the alexandrite cat's eye. So this is really considered the most exotic of them all, simply because you have two phenomena and not a lot of stones can boast that. So it's kind of exciting to get, and it's a carat 36 in stones and 20 points in diamonds at a fabulous value in a heavy platinum band that's men's or ladies. And June birthstone as well, because even though it's alexandrite, this certainly counts. The last one I wouldn't say is. This one is, because it's cat's eye alexandrite. And it's not going to be, wow, I love it at $59.99, but we got a better value for you tonight. Welcome into Wednesday. It's our welcome to the week. It is our big, 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 big moment. I've got a yellow diamond I haven't even told you about that is so epic. And we have conch pearls on blowout. There's so much exciting in the show. We have our biggest, biggest, biggest copper bearing here, and it's the one I was wearing, and then we have so much more that I didn't share with you, so stick around. And here we go with a better than $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 price tag. We're not even doing $2,000 or $19.99. It's so good. And it's so weighty, and yet 5 stones, beautifully done. Where do you see how the one with the most green is in the middle, and then it's almost like the side stones are mirror image of the other side? It's not even, you know what, not even $1,500. Let's do it. $14.99, one only, that's it. $14.99, and then we'll get to that really affordable wheel. The conch pearls are here. I got light 1 carat conch pearls. We're gonna be blowing out tonight. So that's exciting as well. And then our Sorari necklace is here. Oh, there's just one necklace and 1 pair of earrings left. And then don't forget, we do have the really, really important, the Seahorses here, opal inlay and diamonds. Forget about it. Who's making anything like that today? Let's get to our last Sorari necklace here. It's $112.9909. Let me know if you'd like that one, because that's a heck of a value. And then here we go with the multicolored pendant. Yes. Thank you. Our cat's eye chrysoberyl is gone. And now we're talking about the multicolored diamond piece that is coming with a free chain. So anybody want a $700 chain by itself for free? Well, we're going to throw in this gorgeous, decadent diamond pendant. All the different colors there in the middle, and then 21 points in white diamonds along with your 33 points. So here we are with the fabulous yellow gold, the finished on the inside, the Sorari logo up there on top of the bail, but in the back. And of course, that's your designer hallmark. The chain is adjustable, so it's going to be your chain that can be taken off that piece and worn with others as well. So no need to worry there. But 16, 17, 18 inches in length. There's some bright greens, some very vivid purple and pinks here. A lot of yellows, nothing light. I would say the yellows are really vibrant as well. What we call in the trade vivids. And yet this whole piece, it looks so good. Let me show you on the hand in case you've not seen this. Oh, and one more thing. There are diamonds in this chain too. So, you know, I said it was a $700 chain. Shame on me. This is a bigger deal than that because it's got those 2 diamonds that you can choose to place where you want. The bail is big enough so it can go over those bezel set diamonds, so don't worry. You can take that chain off and you can leave it on. You can do whatever you want to do. You could move those diamonds to one side if you want to, like that. If you want to put them on the left side of your body, if you want to put them on the right side of your body, however you like. But here's the length of the pendant itself, and that's going to be, as advertised, 3/4 of an inch. And then we'll take a look at it on. It does have that premium lobster claw closure and all that adjustability, so you can wear it any length you need for that day. And we're going to blow it out for, okay, Sorari cannot do this chain for this price. I am so thrilled we have this for you. Let's blow it out now. And again, anything you want in fancy color diamonds, this is probably the best way to get it with this, again, multitude of different colors. So you never have to choose like, I'm going to wear it today, but not the next day, not the next day, not the next day, because it doesn't match. This goes with everything. You wear it, you enjoy it, you live in it. And how exotic to have all those different bright, fabulous, fancy colors and not having to pay $1,000. We're going to go $9.99 with the chain included for free. Yes. Cat's Eye Alex band is gone. So it's now, I think everyone's arriving, and that makes sense. We're a good 25 minutes in. So a couple of reminders. We still have the opal from the very first of the show. That gorgeous, gorgeous knotted Sorari ring as well. But $9.99 with that chain, that's a chain we would sell here for about $1,500 by itself on its own, no pendant. And that pendant's going to give you 54 points in diamonds as well. So this is a very important way to go. Only one and then at $9.99. So I'm going to keep moving, and then we'll tell you when it's gone. But obviously you want to be first on the phone lines because unfortunately tonight is one of those nights where I do have mostly one of a kinds. That is pretty typical around here. So keep that in mind. You want to be first and then you win, like truly win. So that's going to be our $9.99 deal. Then we have our Paraiba. We have the purple. We have the 20 karat. That's not going to be for everybody. That's like when I tell you that's $1 million, that's a conservative. That's very conservative. I know there's a lot of places that get 300,000 and 400,000 a carat. We've got a 20 karat purple Paraiba with blue greens on the side. But then we have an affordable version of that copper bearing purple, which is, I can honestly say, the very best of the best we've had in value. But there's one more thing I haven't mentioned to you. And that is because, as articulate as I attempt to be, I don't have the words to describe this stone, except best of, best of. That's really all I can say. We've had a number of gorgeous rainbow moonstones. This is something of another level. And let me know who's got that Sorari necklace. And here we are with something that is divine. Big diamond weight as well. Cannot keep the moonstones in stock. We have got 1130077. It is an 18 karat gold solid mounting. That's the first thing. Then you have a 3 karat 10 on the moonstone, which has got to be the best one we've seen in all of our beautiful faceted rainbow moonstones. But then there's another carat 95 in diamonds. So we've got one of our biggest diamond weights, and look at that. That's not just the round brilliance either. It's got princess cuts. It's got the big rounds. Wait till you see the sides. Come on in. We have one and one alone, and it stays in the white gold. All you need to do is call me early. Yes. Sorari necklace is gone. So again, we'll recap the 2 pieces that I think were before everyone joined us tonight. We will do that. We will recap. But again, thank you on the Sorari necklace and enjoy. Now, this is one you better not wait too long on. And I only say that because I know how painful it is to miss out on items. I really do. And I want to make sure that you have this chance to get in, jump in, and make this yours, because these bigger ones especially have actually been the faster ones to go, because we've done a couple of late in the last couple of weeks that have had this enormous diamond weight, but not a one of them has looked, I don't think, this classic. Not a one of them has had quite this amount of rainbow color. We didn't change anything with the lighting, although I will say expect it to look even better. in person under a lower light than what is here. So keep that in mind. And here it is, 0077. Please don't wait to get on the phone lines here. I'm going to show you. It does have a bit of a Paraiba wash, but that's only really when you see it at one particular angle. The rest of the time, it's every color at the same time. And a lot of people might ask, well, I've seen opals before, so aren't opals going to accomplish the same thing? And the answer, quite frankly, is no, because opals still, even if you get the very best opal, let's say you go Lightning Ridge, let's say money is no object, let's say you go out and you've got $100,000, a carat to spend on an opal, and you get a really good stone. You get a really top quality gem. Let's say it's got all the colors. Still, those colors are really, remember the phenomenon is called play of color? That's the phenomena with opals. It's called play of color because it really does play, but it's almost a game of hide and seek, really, if you want to actually make an analogous type of reference there. It's because the color kind of comes and goes a bit. And you'll see one angle will give you bright greens, and the next angle, maybe you get a little flash of red, and then you get a little yellow here and a little green there and a little orange there. The list goes on and on. Even really top quality opals don't give you all the color all the time. This moonstone does. And it gives you, instead of bright primary colors, it's more like, think the brightest pastels you can get. Think of iridescence. We talk about aurora borealis. We call them for short in the industry AB. That really is something that's a term that's usually used with a crystal that are very expensive in their own right. But this is really that softer side of the rainbow of colors here, but it is every color, and one melds into another. And think of it like a hologram, where if you look at a hologram, you do get all those colors, but holograms, we know, those are synthetic man-made. I don't know how they do it, but it's not something that's made in the earth. It's not a natural gemstone. It's not Mother Nature. This is. So that's really, really crucial to remember how rare this material is. Let's take a look and watch it on the hand too, because it's got some size, some serious, serious size. There it is. And even here, look at that amazing color from red. And it's like, okay, at the same time, all the colors right there. But instead of one little pattern or one little, like a little, speck of color here and a speck of color, it's all really at once. And that's what I mean. It's like a layered color. It's all together, so really goes with everything, looks fabulous. We've only got the one, and what if we blow it out from that $12,999? It should be. Well, it's going lower. Look at that. Look at that. Those are princess cuts on the side. Those are a combination of princess cuts and rounds on the double halo. And it will not be $13,000. Come on in. Do not be shy. We've got some great values and discounts because that's the way I like to do it as we welcome you into the week. It's our first, this is our Monday around here. You know that. We're not on Mondays and Tuesdays, so here we are. We are TV off on Mondays and Tuesdays and TV on the rest of the day. So this is where you get that amazing value. We're taking it lower than even $12,000, $10,000, $9,000, $8,000. I really want to make this affordable because this stone is a total rock star. And quite literally, because they're natural rocks. This is where we rock the rocks. It's where we give you the best of the best. It's right here, right now, and not even $8,000, $7,000, $6,000. Got to make everything ultra affordable tonight, and that's because a smaller audience on a Wednesday night, so we got to really make the values that much better and treat those of you that are here to the very, very, very best. And it's not going to be $5,000. All these big diamond mountings, they've really been going at $49.99. Let me take this even lower for you because I believe in it. I see more orange than I've ever seen in a moonstone before. I love that kind of glow of Paraiba. That's what everyone's going to think it is at first. It's got that distinctive blue-green. Now, keep in mind, I don't have any 3-carat 10 Paraibas, and what would it be priced at if I did? I don't even want to think about that because I kid you not, I have a 37-pointer here today that is $7,000. I am not, look, it's right here. Like, it's right there. That's my 37-pointer, and here's the price. So, if you get a stone that's a 310 but really looks like a 6-carat and it's Paraiba color at first, better. Yeah, better, because $7,000 is not going to be a great value for a lot of people to kind of grasp at 37 points. It's a great value. And I'm about to make it better. Remember, it's that 18-karat gold upgrade. And it's not $49.99. One caller only. Let me know. Let's blow it out. Another $1,000 saved. What could you do with $1,000 extra saved? I'm going to make it $39.99, and that you could put towards more jewelry. Maybe not that little Paraiba, but something else we got today. I promise you that. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so all of our sorority pieces are gone, and that leaves us with just the top of the show, the item we had, the opal ring. So our sorority pieces are gone. Now, keep in mind, so our necklace and our ring is gone, and then we have the earrings coming up. So we'll see some earrings. They got a big diamond weight. They got almost 3 carats in diamonds, but also, if you want this opal, see what I mean? not all the color all at once, like the moonstone gives you. So a way that I distinguish, well, maybe if you love opals, you might love a moonstone even more. But that's the opal. The only piece left from the show is that opal. That was $9.99. We got a quick wheel for you for our bottom of the hour. And then also a pendant on the way with a blue sapphire. It's that gorgeous piece I flashed. It's 3747, so we'll show that coming up next. And let me know if you'd like this one, because that'll be the next to go today. And then here we go. I mean, this is really something beautiful, elegant, and classic at the same time. Let's show you our blue sapphire designer pendant. This is all pave across the top. This is what we call a diamond shape, or technically we can use the term rhombus shape as well. It is basically 4 sides, but you see stretched and elongated in this very kind of like a diamond. When I say diamond, I'm not talking about the stone as much as I'm talking about the diamond you would see on a playing card. It's going to be 3747. It's a one only. It's platinum. It's 58 points on the fabulous blue sapphire. Royal blue without being too dark. Royal blue without being denim or navy. You ever walk into a store and shop for a pair of jeans and you go, I can't tell if that's dark blue or black. That's what most sapphires do. Sorry, I'm always going to reference shopping, either shopping or sports. It's either going to be fashion or sports. It's one of those. I'll always probably, if you hear an analogy from me, it's going to be one of those 2 references. So think about it when you're talking about a denim. There's a lot of denims that get so dark, so indigo, you might have to hold them up to the light and really scrutinize it. Everybody ever take their camera out, the camera on the, the phone? What's that thing called? The phone that you put the light because it's really bright and you have to look and see a true color. Well, this one doesn't have that distinction to make because it's quite clearly a vivid royal blue. It's showing the beauty of what sapphire should, but sapphire only does this when it's at the very top level. So you've got it here, 58 points on the Ceylon royal blue, also a 38-point diamond weight covering, I mean, just completely covered in pave, good size bail, kind of mimics the shape, really looks great with the piece itself. Also, this one's finished. So if you ever wanted like a nice little finishing, I would say turn it around. I mean, some of you might think I'm absolutely cuckoo for saying that, but I don't believe that that's a bad looking idea. You could put that on backwards and still have it look completely beautiful and fashion forward, if you will. So let's go ahead and take it on down for you. It is really exciting to have this piece here tonight. And again, very affordable is what I'm doing so we can get everything at home. And this one's going to be that royal blue brightness. I love that 1-inch drop. We'll show you that there just to verify that length measurement. There it is. It is indeed, it might be a tad bit over. I'm going to call it 1 inch. Looks pretty good. Then we're going to show it on the neckline here as well, give you an idea from across the room or across the table what it's going to look like on when you put it on your favorite chain, depending on the length, of course, depending on how, what length of chain you put that on. But we are about to blow it out for you. One only. Let's go back up close and make sure this one can go. And there's a nice depth. It's made like 2 pieces stacked on top of each other. So as far as platinum, there's a lot of metal weight there, and it's less than $19.99. That's my original price, my OG, if you will. We're going to take it a lot lower than that. Happy Wednesday indeed. We're halfway through hour 1 of 3 that we have together tonight. Let's celebrate, let's party, and let's make this better than $1,000 and not even $9.99. I'm going to go low on everything so everything can find its home and we can show you what we're here to do and bring that down to $888. That's it. So $888, one caller only, stays in platinum, of course. Can't change the color of platinum. So we'll get that one out the door in a hurry. And then we've got a cushion cut aqua and we have that beautiful copper bearing best of value. The 19 karat is here. And then we've got a beautiful 262, which is simply my best purple Paraiba value I've ever had. Cunzite is new tonight in a pendant. I am really digging the style. It's 2 stones together. Let me just flash this for you because as far as color goes, if you are somebody, and I do believe I'm talking to most of you here because most of us that love gems really love some color. Look at that. Another pendant that is going to be that east to west setting. 2 gems stacked. It's your double-decker gemstone bus. And is it ever big? It's got that aqua up top. It's got the Cunzite below. Gorgeous emerald cuts, and I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. So we're going to have that on the way at a great value. Considering we are only 3 weeks away from Valentine's Day, I also put together some other heart-shaped jewelry, like we're going to see that heart-shaped Mandarin garnet. Nobody wants that sapphire for $888. Okay, so what we're going to do is keep on moving. You see, most everything is selling after the fact, so that's good. That's a really good sign. It means that we've got a lot of people ready for value, and hopefully we're just moving fast to show you a lot of great pieces. We even have blue zircon, but this is the purple Paraiba value. No secret about it. I've got a multi-million-dollar stone here that's almost 20 carats. But then I've got the still bigger stone here that happens to be really affordable. Now, would you like white, yellow, or rose? Right now it's half and half. It's kind of like, yes, it's like a half and half. Is it yellow? Is it white? Keep in mind, you're going to choose your gold color. If you choose for the white gold, we're going to rhodium plate that, so it's going to be pristine bright white, almost like an optic white, like you want your white rhodium to be. If you choose yellow gold, that's fine. Rose gold's even okay. Probably wouldn't recommend it with this tone of purple. This is a neon purple stone. It is Paraiba. You can call it Paraiba if it's copper bearing, and if it's either belonging to the blue greens, or the purples. For whatever reason, and again, it's just something that was arbitrarily decided by a commission back a few years ago by GIA and a lot of gem experts, and they said, hey, listen, if it's blue green, or purple, we'll call it Paraiba. Everything else needs to be called copper bearing or cuprine, albite, tourmaline. So there's some yellow material out there, some rubelites, those can't be called Paraiba. It's just a distinction. Again, if it's copper bearing, it is what Paraiba is. So that's really, that's the important feature there. So here we go with this one being copper bearing and Paraiba. So 0089. I know it's confusing, but it's just the way it is in the trade. It's our 262 though, it's brand new right now. So it's definitely got some size to it. And this is for those of you that said, I love the purple Paraibas. I have shown you dozens of them in the last few weeks, and they are great stones. But they're rarely this big, and usually they're in some very flowery, heavy diamond weight mounting. So we thought we would make something for the classic lovers out there. This is our classic 3-stone style, looking amazing. Got 10-point diamonds on each side. 10 plus 10 is 20. So you've got 20 points total weight, and it's in any gold you want. And it's, oh, I'm sorry, 15 points. I don't know where I got 20. I know. It's my other ring that I have coming up later. It's my tanzanite. My tanzanite has 20 points. This has 15. So 7.5 and 7.5, still big. And it's going to be white, yellow, or rose gold, your choice. Okay, so choose whatever gold you'd like the best. And we've got a stunning, large, copper-bearing purple Paraiba. Very impressive. Going to show you on the hand here. Obviously, if you're saying, I want more diamonds, that's what we do every other time. We needed to bring something a little bit more straightforward and simple. That's what this is. And it could not be prettier as far as a classic. If you want to dress it up, you need our Wonder Ring. And if you already have them, wonderful. You're ready to go. This is what it looks like on. And see how this one is a little more lavender than even some are, which is going to be a big differential here, because that's what a lot of you are always looking for and asking for, are the stones that have a little more purple to them without being like their other counterparts. So you've got a beautiful glowing stone, lots of neon to the stone. Love the simplicity. Add a Wonder Ring or a band ring or any kind of stackable ring guard that you like, but it's going to be under, well, $69.99. That's all because of right here. Do you see this little, this 2.62 CT? That's 2622. That's 262 carat weight. That's what gives this one the $7,000 price tag. There's $2,000 in the band, yes, we know that as a rule now. You've got the diamonds, which are significant. They're important individual stones, but really the value, really the prestige is right there in that 262. That is the difference maker. We are going less than $69.99. We're going back up close first. We're going to get you that markdown. We're going to watch it just fly. Let me know if you want that blue sapphire pendant. It's still here. We only have 3 items from the show available so far. That will change. They will all be gone, but this is where you need to be on the phone lines. Who is seeking the biggest Paraiba value? And for those of you saying, I'd like that purple that you had in your hand at the beginning of the show that looked like $1 million, it's truly close to that. So that's not going to be a little, this is the more affordable way to go. So if that's what you're looking for and you want to keep the price down and you're not looking to spend, 6 figures, this is where you want to go, because it is that big, big value on a huge, huge stone. So take a look at it again, not $69.99, even better, even lower. Got to have you on the phone lines ready to go, because there will be a number of shoppers and collectors and value seekers that are ready to say yes to this incredible stone, but it will not be $6,000, $5,000, $4,000, or $3,000. You know, $3,500 would have been the half off the price it should have been. We're going lower than that, because I really want to show you what we can do on value, even when it's brand new. Even when you're getting the free gold color change, free sizing, free shipping. That's something we do not just periodically or for an hour here and an hour there as a flash sale, but all the time, every day. That is part of the beauty of, you realize that's on average about, really about $2,000 of savings on every ring built in. It's true. When you combine shipping, sizing, and gold color change, that can cost $2,000 or more, and that's like packaged in the deal. That's like free, because we just want it to be perfect. Nobody else out there does that. That is us and us alone. That is really just one of the distinguishing factors of what makes us different and what makes us special and what makes us the one-of-a-kind, unique shopping experience that we are. The last thing the world needed way back when a decade ago was another shopping network. Now they kind of do, because there's so few left, right? But here's the thing. We're the only ones left that are doing fine jewelry exclusively. That's the thing. There are other people that do fine jewelry and they're having a mix. It's a mix and a match, and you never know what you're going to get. That scares me. It really does, because how are you to know, is there consistency with the product? Is there going to be that commitment to quality on everything? That's what we deliver. And this is not going to be $3,000. I would say $29.99, but in an effort to move everything on this Wednesday night and to take the brand new like this is and make it so affordable, here's what I'm going to do instead of $29.99. Even better value, gotta have one caller. One of our colossal purple Paraibas is here, and I will blow it out for $1,999. First caller only. That's going to be gone in a hurry. White, yellow, and something about it, I think with the richness of the purple and the neon, I would love to see it in the yellow gold. How about you? And if that's what you want to do, that's free. Like I was just saying, all those extras, and that doesn't just happen. A little jewelry fairy doesn't just come on in and, you know, whisk her wand and boom, it's done. This is really about a lot of value built in. We're paying for a lot of the jewelry, you know what I mean, for you. So this is where you take advantage. $1,999. Don't forget about that moonstone, the best of the best of the best moonstone, the blue sapphire, the opal we started with. Let's get to our very affordable wheel of rings. It doesn't get much more affordable than this. We're going to bring down some platinums. My platinum blowout. It's a little solar melted wheel because they have been here a long time. Usually I show things once. If I show it twice, usually something wrong. 3 times, something real. These have been here on the air a number of times. They've been on sale. They've been reduced. They've been all the things. And I'm really, at this point, kind of a lack of pure understanding of how, because that is a gorgeous, rare Sapphire garnet. That's a really, so this month's birthstone, yes, but while most general garnets are considered brownie reds, this is a bright, beautiful, prominent green. It is one of the top stones we have here, and yet I don't think anyone realizes it, which is my fault, because I haven't taught you enough about Sapphirites if that's the case. That is our Sapphirite ring. Now I'm going to add two as well to this wheel, and the first is a very heavy platinum, but mostly 18 karat gold band. A designer two-tone ring. We have got to get these out the door. I am not going to melt them. I've already decided. The price already during the sale event was $14.99. That would have been 10% off. That was $13.50. I'm going to do better right now just to make sure that I don't need to put any undue, unnecessary work on our jewelry department. Here's the blue sapphire ring, which is a really rare Asher cut. That blue sapphire is an Asher cut stone with that really cool, yes, it's supposed to be asymmetric. That's the interest here, is that it's supposed to be diamonds on one side and then the sapphire on the other. So it gives you a different look than what you already have probably. And all 3 rings, same price, same blowout, amazing value. Who's going to get that 262 purple Paraiba? We need to know. And then here we go with all 3. And when it comes to great, fabulous, really high-end jewelry, I cannot compile a wheel of a better selection at a better price tag than what we have here. I'm telling you all the time, and this is obsolete now again, because I'm having to really, I can't even get comfortable with a motto or slogan on gold because of every time it goes up. I had this discussion a few hours ago this afternoon with our department here, is that even since I last saw you, that was like, I don't know, 55 hours ago or something, I was here. And like, that's our big break. That's my vacation, is Monday to, gold's gone up again. It goes up again. It's like a day goes by, gold goes up. It's like every single day we've got to reimagine what we're doing. That's why the values get better, because technically we should be moving the prices up. It's like there's a different metric every time you look, and every time you look at the pieces, the prices go up, at least theoretically. Now, obviously these weren't made today. They weren't. So do you think it's really fair to bring up a piece in price today if they were made 2 years ago or 3 years ago? The Sapphire was made about 7 years ago. I don't think that's right to bring it up. And yes, some are platinum, but there's also gold. There's a lot of 18 karat gold in the ruby, and then the sapphire isn't gold. The only one that's all platinum is the sapphire. Platinum's expensive too. All the metal market's going insane. That's why nobody's even doing sterling silver. Have you noticed? It's mostly platings over sterling. They used to do platings over something else, right? It's now, they used to do solid sterling. When you couldn't do gold, you would do sterling. Now nobody's doing sterling because why? It's too expensive. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to blow out 3 rings. They're all one of a kind. I'm still going to size them for you. You just have to tell me which one you love. Is it the ruby, the sapphire, or the sapphire? And to be honest with you, the sapphire in the middle is the rarest of them all. We're going to get them all out the door, one great blowout. I know Tony's like, he's like, what do I call this? Just call it a blowout. It's a cellular melted blowout. I know there's really no theme to it, except there's a really, really rare ruby, a really rare sapphire, and a really rare sapphire. And they are fabulous, and the price could not be better. But once they're gone, and you'd be best just buying it and reselling it at this point if you don't love it. and you don't want to wear it because this is the best value I have of the day. Yes. We're already loving the sapphire, and that is so, so, so rare. And again, there's a band of gold here that I've been telling you is $2,000 for a band. That is now obsolete. Take a look at it on my hand. This is the $2,000 band. At least it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I coined that phrase. Now it's more just for the band. Like I said, though, we didn't make this today. So you think I'm going to ask for $99.99? You wouldn't like it if it's $9,999. But that's what it could be. And if you think I'm crazy, go into a jewelry store. First, call them in advance because even the ones you used to know for gold probably aren't doing gold no more. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I used improper grammar for emphasis there. But that's my point. Who's doing gold anymore? Who's doing solid gold? We are. Let's blow it out for better than $999. This is platinum. That's gold. That is gold and platinum together. And no, they're not even $9.99 because Mama wants to sell some jewelry up here tonight. We got 10 minutes left in the hour, and these three will be gone. Obscene. Maybe that's what it should be called. It's the exotics at an obscene blowout price. We are ready to get them out the door. All you need to do is say the word, tell me which one you love, or take all three, because still you could buy all three for less than we could ever make one for in a modern world. So this is the value. We're all here for value. You want me to go lower than cost? Oh, I'm already there. That is lower than cost, big time. Now we're gonna go even lower than the lower than cost. So there's no excuses to shop this great wheel. It's just a quick little trio. Take a look at them. They're not gonna be $9.99. They're not even $899. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has got a value like this anywhere. And the lines are getting, well, what a surprise. We have backed up calls and they're really busy. And reminder, we only have one of each. So they're not $899. I'm blowing them out $888. They all stay as is except for the size. We're going to ask for your ring size. I know it's a personal question, but it's better than you running around and spending $900 on sizing elsewhere. Which one do you want? Sapphire? Sapphire's gone. Congratulations. Bye-bye. Here's our sapphire and platinum. There is 18 karat gold and platinum together in that half carat ruby. No diamonds on that one, just ruby, but it kind of looks like diamonds in the cutout detail there. And then which one would you like? I'll try it on for you, Jason. Are you thinking ruby? Are you thinking sapphire? Again, lots of 18 karat gold, and otherwise they get melted down. And I just thought, let's just blow them out at a way, way, way under cost price, see if that works, and see if we can just ship them. It's actually, it's easier. Shipping's a lot, but it's easier to ship it to you than it is to, like, you know, extract stones and extract diamonds and melt down metals. So we'll give it 30 seconds, then we'll be done. 9 minutes till our top of the hour, and there is a top of the hour special. Joanne, were you picking up something earlier? Wonderful. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. The ruby is gone. I'll try that on for you real quick, and it's 1128877. The ruby is gone. Here's the ruby. The ruby is sold. Look at that. That's a lot of 18 karat gold. More 18 karat gold because that's what it's going to be all the way around. So the platinum is the accent here. The 18 karat gold is the wider portion, and that is your half carat ruby out of Burma. We'll take another look at the sapphire here, and it's item number 11288845. So that's a one only there at $888 if you'd like our last of the trio. And then don't forget about our purple Paraiba. We'll do a quick recap of what's available from the hour because we can fit it all in one wheel, not much. So we'll do that. We'll see, show you what you missed in case you just tuned in, or you're just getting finished with dinner, or you're just, I don't know, putting the kids to bed, or whatever people do on a Wednesday night, right? Wherever it is, where you are, what time it is different. We're still sitting on freeways out here in Los Angeles. You might be well cuddled in and just ready, like all ready to just enjoy a cozy night in. This is the way to do it. So we've got that big pendant. I'm also going to show you aqua. Don't forget we have the Seahorse. So cute. He is really well made too. That's for sure. Really cool creative design in our Seahorse. Love the way that's done. No way. I just noticed we have diamonds in this chain as well. Well, this is something special. Let's show you. So I just noticed this chain, which I thought was a good deal, is a beyond wonderful value because we're going to throw in, and I know you can't even see it yet, 7856 is the number. This is our Seahorse pendant. Hidden bail in the back. Opal inlay in 4 different custom sections there. Diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds. Well, the chain, you can maybe see it now. Take a little peek here. There are 2 gorgeous bezel set diamonds. Of course, you know they don't want to, there we go. There they are from the front. This chain is adjustable with 2 diamonds bezel set. That's free. Free. It's like a $900 chain. Free. We're going to do 7856 for you. We're going to make sure this is going. Top of the hour is just around the corner. We've got our 6 points. Wait, Guys, I don't think that's right. It says 6 points of opal inlay. Never heard of such a thing. I don't know. Yeah, they're just going to just ignore that, Tony. I think it just is opal inlay. We usually don't have a carat weight on that. And it would be more than 6 points if it was. If we extracted it from that beautiful design, it would be more than 6 points. But I don't know what they mean. So we'll leave the opal inlay. Just know that there's not going to be a carat weight because it's opal inlaid. Is it still natural opal? Yes. Is it still gorgeous Australian material? Yes. Is it still, well, they finished it, so they added a lot of gold, so we can't see the back, but it is natural opal. Cut basically into these really cool custom sections. Diamonds as well. Now, the diamond weight I do have is 22 points, and then you've got the extra in the chain. They probably just mean the diamond weight that they put there as 6 points probably refers to the chain. That's probably just in the wrong place. So either way, it's supposed to be $34.99, but you know I love a whimsical piece. You know I love a designer, whimsical, something different. You know if everyone else is wearing it, I probably won't be. And that goes for shoes, fashion, handbags, jewelry, anything, except everything, anything. I think that's what style is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make this better than $34.99 because if you're like me and you like a little bit of whimsy, you know that usually those are the more expensive pieces. Again, fashion, handbag, shoes, or jewelry. Every time. You don't get the cool, whimsical, high-style pieces without spending real well. So here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that we can just walk that line and bring you that great designer quality and not have to charge you a fortune like $34.99. And honestly, it's a good value. It's just not a TVON value. So let me show you from a distance away because this is no small horse. It's a Seahorse. You can easily tell because the problem with whimsy is sometimes when you're working with a smaller surface area like precious metals, diamonds, and inlaid opal, sometimes you can have the best, grandest idea and design and then you can't execute it because you can't tell what the heck it is when you see it from a distance away. I think you can tell here what this is supposed to be, what it is, and why it's so beautiful, unique, and designer, and how the opal is showing all those colors. Now I'm grabbing the ruler here, and we'll show you that it's got a 1-inch length from top to bottom. So if you do choose, now obviously the chain is adjustable, so you're gonna have the length of the chain be in different spots, different days probably. But you've got a lobster claw clasp in a 16, 17, and 18-inch length. I'm gonna show it to you on the neckline as well, so you can see that even from a greater distance away, it still shows up, still looks great. Actually, the opal's probably looking even better right now because it's in that lower light. So we've got the adjustability of the chain. Remember, the chain has diamonds, so that's coming with it for free, and it will not be because I'm a believer in let's even make the high design, specialty, whimsical pieces affordable so that if this is something you want to try, you can. Because I know a lot of people are going, yeah, sure, 3,500's a drop in the bucket. Let me pick up 5. This is something that's a little more specialized. So we like to make it affordable, even though there's so much work and so much beautiful gold and the diamonds and the opal inlay, and it's not going to be 3,000 or 25. Come on in if you really love, maybe you don't get to the beach as often as you like and you'd like to carry with that little bit of that theme with you every day. Or maybe you're lucky enough to be by the beach all the time and be living at the shore, take vacations on the shore, and you love that sea life that you think about. Maybe you love boating. Maybe you're a fisherman, you love boating, you love being on the water. What a great little nod in that beautiful, really just super cool design. And it feels like a little bit mythical when you know it's not. It's a real creature that is a little tough. I've spent a lot of time on the water in my life, not as an adult, unfortunately. I always say that I wish my life was reversed and I could flip it, because as a kid I spent a lot of time on boats and a lot of time on the water. I don't get to do it as much anymore, obviously just schedules and things, but really truly it's some of the best memories I have. And if you're fascinated by the sea life, and I've been around a lot of it, I've done a lot of deep sea diving and deep sea fishing and deep sea snorkeling and all that good stuff, and I got to tell you, it is something that's really elusive to find. I've dove at some of the most beautiful places in the world, and I never ever saw a seahorse and saw a lot of interesting sea life, but never got to see one. So it really is just a kind of a unique piece to kind of have that with you. And $2,000? No, we're going to go even lower than $1,999 or $1,500. We're going to make it easy. This is gone for $1,299. I'm doing $1,299. Chain's coming with it. The chain has diamonds, and that's going to be that on our Seahorse, which is about the largest scale necklace design I have. It rivals even the size of the Cunzite and aqua pendant that we have coming up as well. So that's going to be last call on the Seahorse, $1,299 only. That's one that we really don't want to take apart because that opal inlay, I don't know if anyone's tried to like ever extract inlay, but you're going to be wasting the gold anyways, which is why I'm just giving you a great price on that one. If you'd like to have a little something special, or I think could be a great gift idea as well for the fishermen, for the, you know, the gals that like to be on the boats, you know, anything. If you like to be in those tropical environments, you'd love to just be around the water. I think that's a really cool way to show that. So that's $12.99. We've got our top of the hour about a minute away. We're going to bring you some tanzanite. A yellow diamond is on the way, plus our ruby, all coming up within the next 60 minutes. So it's really a really jam-packed show that we've got for you. So $12.99 on our Seahorse, okay? And then let me just, as we get into the second hour, show you a close-up of the multi-million-dollar ring. And if you think that's an exaggeration, oh, I wish it was. If it wasn't, if you could do something like that for a couple $100,000, you know how many people spend a couple $100,000 on jewelry every day? Because you have to get something decent in today's, you know, in today's society, in today's designer world. You walk into it, I don't know if anyone's got the big stores, because it's kind of dependent on where you live, you know, if you're not in a big city. But if you're near a big city and you've had the privilege in the last several years to walk into a designer store, you're still seeing it's kind of the same old, but really, really prices that are going up by the day. I mean, literally, they're able to change their pricing day by day to kind of keep up with gold and gem pricing and diamonds as well. But what we have here is something that is truly 100% of a museum level. I've been to many museum exhibits with great gemstones, try to make my way to everyone I can, certainly within the confines of my travel schedule, and yet I'm telling you right now, this is beyond what you'd find in a museum. And if you think a six-figure price tag sounds a little lofty or like an exaggeration or like hyperbole, not at all when you're dealing with nearly 20 carats. So hi everybody, welcome to the show. While I'm here, I might as well I just noticed that the hour just turned. So hi everybody, welcome to TVON. I'm Lauren. This is a very, very special piece. I'm only going to just show it to you for a couple of seconds here. We're gonna get right into our top of the hour. I just started the show 1 hour ago with this ring on my hand. And there were a lot of people asking, what is that? Because I can see it from a distance away. I think, you know, arguably you could see it from a football field away. This is a nearly 20 karat purple Paraiba. We saw 262 and was raving about the size that you had in the 262 as an opportunity a few minutes ago. Now we're talking about a 19 karat 16 stone. And what's on the side? You're probably going, but there are no diamonds. You're right. Diamonds would be far, far too ordinary for this ring. We adorned the sides and we coupled it up with two matched blue-green Paraibas on the sides. Take a look at this ring. It is one for the collector. And before you tune out and go, don't tell me with the $1 million piece, that's what I'm not going to do. I might tempt you, but it's not going to be $1 million. It's 112-6536, and it's outstanding. And by the way, we only have a couple pieces left from the first hour tonight, and let me know if you need to see them again. So the Paraiba weight on the sides is going to be a carat 17, so they're almost 60 points apiece. That's incredible. But you're also getting a two-tone gold, yellow gold and white gold. Let me just show it on the hand because that's going to be a crucial deal here. But for those of you that go, 1,000,000, I'm not going to offer it for that. And I know we don't see that, and it probably looks like a joke or like sarcasm, and it is not. It is not. I'm going to tell you right now, think about this for a second. There is, in a couple of weeks, it's going to be the Tucson show. I cannot wait. I'm very, very excited about it. It's a thrilling time of year for us, especially when we get, you know, within 6 months, we get 2 domestic trade shows that are a big deal. And the whole world of gemstone, the whole community of gemstones comes together in one place and kind of takes over a pretty small city. And it's in Arizona, so it's not too far from us. And we get to go and really, you know, some of us exhibit, some of us just trade, some of us just go to hang out with friends. But I've got to say, this is a stone you would not find anywhere, but there's a rumor that a 1 carat Paraiba is going to start at $100,000 and probably go and fetch $5 to $6 million by the time the trade show ends in a few short days. So the trade show's not that long, doesn't go on for weeks. There are rumors that a 1 carat blue-green Paraiba is going to be approximately going for $5 to $6 million. What can you imagine if this, and who knows, maybe I'll get to take it to Tucson. But this is the beauty you have. For those of you that go, I'm not a reseller, I can't get them into Tucson, I can't get credentials, I'm not gonna fly, and trust me, it's not an easy place to get to. There are really very few direct flights. So usually you have to just fly private or take a bunch of stops and spend a whole day getting there. It's like I could have been to Hong Kong by now, and I'm finally in Tucson. But it's one of those things where you can skip all that and have the greatest and rarest delivered to your doorstep. And the best part is too, you get to check it out, wear it, and see if you like it before you get to decide if it's yours or not. And coolest part is that it's not $5 or $6 million, and it's not even $1 million, because you know I wouldn't do that to you. But this is a 19 karat, not a 1 carat. It's not a blue green either, except it's got the blue greens on the side, and you're getting a carat 65 of those, but it's really a carat 17. So carat 17. So basically, like I was saying, about 60 points on each of the blue greens that are perfectly matched on the sides. And ultra neon. This is a collector's piece. I know it's not for everybody. We're not going to divide it up and divvy it up. This would be fun, though, to take to Tucson and see what happens. It wouldn't be sold, I can tell you that, but what a piece to be like the attraction in, kind of that window piece. You know how the big designers, they're going to get you in by putting something really good in the windows, and then everybody's too intimidated to even ask what it costs. This is that kind of piece that is that. It shows you what kind of material, and gives you kind of some super reputation here when you even have something like this to offer. There are those bright, you can see they're like a shorter pear shape that you have there on the sides. They almost look like rounds at first glance, but they are squatty pears. And then here's what it looks like on. It's done in two-tone gold. Yellow gold is the setting for the purple Paraiba, white gold the rest of the way, including your blue greens. And this is going to be remarkable. It should be $1 million, would be a great value. Look how clean it is. You can see the gleam off that purple center stone. It is one for the ages, 3-stone setting style, so it still stays balanced on the hand, even without having, you know, I don't have a size 10 finger. I've got a 5.5, but I will tell you right now, it's still not transitioning over to side fingers here, so it's quite wearable for the size. I just want to let you know, it's not every day this piece gets to come out of the vault. It's a security risk when it does. Here's what I got to tell you. There's extra security here in the building today to literally just allow this stone to come out to be on the air. And I'm going to tell you what we can do right now, because and it's 18 karat gold, that's the other thing. So of course, 18 karat gold. But we've had this when it was back developed. I don't think it was on the air until years after. But it was here, not at $1 million. And when I think about Paraibas, how they're going up, this was not $1 million. It was only $75,899 when it first arrived on the scene. Now, it hasn't been shown much. Like I said, it's a lot of extra to bring it out. We're going to do better than that tonight. And here's the beauty of it. We get to go ahead and give it away to somebody, a collector who waits and watches every show in hopes that we will bring something of this magnificent beyond all level. That's what this is. And it's not going to be $75,000, nowhere close. When you talk about a value, is this a price point for everybody? No. Is it for one caller to rejoice and say, oh my goodness, this was the best collector's day of my life? Absolutely yes. And that is because it's not $75,000, it's not $65,000, and it's not $50,000 today. So just a reminder, it's here. We've got our big top of the hour, which is affordable coming up, so don't go anywhere. We've got affordable on the way, but this is not even $50,000 or $40,000 or $30,000. It's 18 karat white and yellow. It's a one only. That's obvious. It's got a blue and a green where anyone who had that blue green, just one of them, just choose one, left side, right side. That could be $30,000. It will be over in Tucson in a couple of weeks. I'm doing better than 30. I'm doing better than 25. We're going to get it out the door tonight. Not in a week, not in a month, tonight. That's because my intention is to drop this price so incredibly, it has no choice but to go. And it's not even $20,000. We're basically at $1,000 a carat, which never happens on Paraiba, especially a 19 karat pluser that's purple and clean. And then you've got free blue greens on the side. Well, remember how I told you I have a 37 pointer here for $69.99? There it is. It's my 37 point Paraiba at $7,000. Well, each of those is double that size, almost. So what should that be? Maybe $14,000 per Paraiba on the sides? Well, but 14 and 14 is 28. We're already lower than that. With a free purple, however you size this up, it is a value. If you want to split the payment, I know we don't let you pay like over 30 months at a time and pay $1. I know that. But if you want to use 2 cards to make the purchase, we can help you with that. You want to split it up to make it a little more affordable monthly? That's what you can do. It's not going to be $20,000. We're going to get to our top of the hour right after this. I just had to show this at the top of the hour when we have a new batch of people joining us and watching, because here is the most epic value I have ever had on the show. Is it the most affordable? No, that's not what value is about, but this is a value story, and it is a 19 karat plus in that purple Paraiba, and it's not even $19,000, and now we're under $1,000 a carat free gold free Paraibas on the sides, and it's not even 20 or 19 or 18. At this point, this is like, yeah, practically free. You're buying maybe one of the Paraibas and the gold. That's it. And I'm talking about the side Paraibas, not the center stone. It's not 18. It's not 17. I told you I'm in a position here where I've got carte blanche. I show up here still to this day, 10 years in here. I'm in my 10th year. And I show up here to give you values. Nobody else in the world has this privilege. And I know that. So that's why I'm here, to bring you values. And when we got private collection material that is beyond a museum, and we can make it better than 17 or 16, and you know what? There's going to be more than one shopper on this one. There will be. I can't divvy up the stone. We can't break it down into two. We have one caller that's going to get it, and you still have a money-back guarantee, of course. But it's not even $16,000. This never happens. And you know what? Somebody out there tonight is going to be the happiest gemstone collector there is. Take a look. All three stones are Paraiba copper-bearing stones, and it's not going to be $16,000. It's not even $15,000. This is the best value I'm in year number 10 here. I've never had a value this good. $14,999. Thank you. And that's going to get 30 seconds. You may always choose to think about it throughout the next couple of minutes. I don't think that's probably the best idea. That's going to be gone in a hurry. And let's say you want to do 75 and 75, like, you know, 2 payments on on 2 cards. Go ahead. Yes. Thank you. So here is the purple Paraiba, the more than $1 million. Again, 75,000 was way back when it was first made. And you could ask for $1 million, a carat. And we're asking for $14,999 for the whole ring. Okay, so are you ready for our top of the hour? It's Tanzy time. We got a big tanzanite deal, and there is just nothing in the world, truly and literally, like our tanzanite. So we're going to bring that out next. And it's also a 3-stone style. And let me know that will go tonight. Yes, it will. It has to. It will. And you know it because there's nothing. I can't hide a great value like that. I can't hide a value on that level. Here's what we're going to do next. It is our, woo, look at that. I'm seeing red flashes via, like, it looks like a star shooting from that stone. Look at what's happening in this blue winged block D, and a nice wide band of gold, but keeping it classic, 3-stone style, big diamonds as well. 3-stone look we have seen, I think, one time ever. We're in year number 8 of bringing Blue Wing Block Ds exclusively here. And again, welcome in. My name is Lauren Blair. I'm the host here at TVON. I'm so glad you're with us tonight. We have a couple hours left. We still have the purple Paraiba, but lots of people talking about it, so that will go probably momentarily. And thank you for being here. It's so nice that you thought of us tonight. Remember to tune in to channel 223 or 224, or however you watch us. Don't even ask me the Spectrum channels or those Verizon. I don't know. They're all different depending on your region of the world. But here's what we have for you is our top of the hour officially. Our top of the hour value that features, yes, a Blue Wing Block D, which is the literal best. And again, I don't use that term lightly. This is where you get the very best tanzanite. The red flash you see quite clearly, so important here. And yet, this one's going to be our 1 carat minimum. 1120, and I think they mean 113. 1130066. I know. They're not used to it and they're typing them. It's a brand new, gorgeous piece. And again, only here because, well, it's, yeah, much to our chagrin. We had to, because we showed them to you, some of those big museum pieces that we had, the 25 carat, for example, you didn't buy. So what we did, instead of just gifting it to the museums, and don't tell the museum curators in Europe that we did this, but we decided to bring you what you are looking for. We get requests via email and phone call, and I get personal requests every single day. We know what you're looking for, especially if you're newer to this world of tanzanite or want to gift it. So what we hear is we want a lot of affordable. Now, up until today, I didn't have a 1 carat stone in my collection. Like, not in recent days. Sure, we've been doing this for like 7+ years. But recently, there's been nothing because the stones didn't exist. So we took the bigger museum reserve, had our amazing lapidary in-house, on staff, cut these stones to perfection, give you 1 carat in an oval, add 2 really big diamonds. These are the 20 points total. That means 10 points each. Put it all together, make the most classic tanzanite ring I think we've ever had. Bring it to you at an incredible, well, I decided to make it a top of the hour value so we can make that happen for you and send it on out. White gold, yellow gold, rose gold, that's going to be your choice of. How about sizing? How about this? This is one of those, and a lot of you might think, well, it's easy for them to put $2,000, maybe $2,300 of extra work and labor and cost if I'm spending $3,000. But the same applies when you're talking about shipping. Guess what? The shipping is the same. The shipping, it's not like we're shipping, you know, a vacuum cleaner versus a couple of, like a hat, where, you know, you go to mail the vacuum cleaner and it's going to cost more than the vacuum cleaner to put in the mail. It's not like that. Jewelry is all relatively about the same weight. It's not about that. It's about getting it to you quickly and the insurance involved. It doesn't matter if it's a lighter ring, a heavier ring, a pendant, a necklace, a bracelet. It's jewelry. It's all jewelry. It's all we sell. So you've got all that added. So when you think, well, it's easy for you to put in all the extra money if you're sizing the $3,000 piece and you're changing the gold color and you're going to ship it, all that for free, which I told you on average costs about $2,000 of our own money for you to get what you want exactly. That is our, really, again, always been one of our big mandates, is that we want to bring you all that luxury. Because is it really luxury if you get it at home and you can't wait to wear it and then you're running around town and discover that you have to go down the street, leave your ring with someone you don't know, and pick it up 2 weeks later, and then they're going to charge you $1,200 because you had to size it 3 sizes? Forget about that. Or because it was in white gold and so you had to live with it that way even though you really like yellow gold, or you had to pay $200 at checkout that wasn't on the screen to ship it. None of that. And I realize some of you know that already because you've been shopping here for a decade, but you know what? It's nice to have a little reminder of those things that are added in value in addition to the value. And when I don't have a ring that's $3,000 or $4,000 or $15,000 like that last ring, it kind of might get lost in the sense that you're spending such a little tiny amount for the ring for what it is, which is a band of gold and a great 1 carat minimum tanzanite that is the best that's ever been derived from that one source mine, and the bigger VS diamonds, and you're not paying any extra for that either. That's the key here, because this is not a $4,000 ring, even though it should be. It's not $39.99 like it should be, because that's $2,000 for the band and then extra for the diamonds and the tanzanite. Kind of just makes sense that way, doesn't it? We're gonna go significantly lower, and that's because it's at top of the hour. And if you think, well, I'm sure that was planned, I'm sure that's normal, nothing is normal about what we do. And that is a great thing, because otherwise, you're going into a store, you're buying a lackluster, pale lavender tanzanite, you're spending more than that. If it's in gold, that price would be a sterling silver price. Don't believe me? Check it out at a jewelry store. Walk into one, anyone that sells fine jewelry, do the comparisons. This has red flashes galore, thanks to the fact it actually is from the Museum Reserve larger stone. It is not going to be $39. It's the classic we've been waiting for. It's a giftable moment. How many of you have said to me, because there's a lot of, I keep, you know, great little mental inventory of all the requests and all the emails, and there have been so many of you that said, my daughter, granddaughter, niece, sister, whoever, really is obsessed with my tanzanite. And they want the blue wing. But every time I turn on the show, I'm seeing them for $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. How am I going to gift her one? This is your giftable moment where you're still giving the best quality that's ever existed. There is no way to get a better quality than this. You're getting that incredible quality. You're getting the gold color, and again, not having to resort to a different, lower quality, lower in metal. You're getting your solid gold. You're getting the best in diamonds. It's not even $3,000. This is really a miracle of a value, and it's a top of the hour, so I really strive. And we don't have many, obviously, because how many stones does a 23 karat produce? Well, it's not as simple as saying 23 divided by how many 1 carat stones. There's a lot of waste when you take a stone and then cut it into a lot of ovals. So it's not that simple. So we have very few to go around, like a handful. And I'm not making it $3,000. And this is our top of the hour. How great a gifting moment would this be? To still deliver to a loved one, maybe the daughter, the granddaughter, the niece, the sister, the best friend, whomever. Maybe you like a 3-stone style, and most of what we have is a little bit more on the lofty side as far as, you know, carat weights and diamond weights. It's on the hand. Maybe you really like a classic 3-stone style. Maybe you really want to give this and gift this, maybe with Valentine's Day coming up, birthdays are happening. All of the great occasions, it's never a bad time to give the best in fine jewelry. And it's not $3,000 or $2,000 or $19.99. And there is a solid gold band in white, yellow, or rose that this band is just as mighty as one that would set a 10 karat stone. Actually, I think it's a little bit wider. I'm gonna show you. Let me prove my point here, because a lot of you are going, oh yeah, right. Now look at this, I'll just show you. This is the beauty of live TV. Here's the band that holds the $15,000 piece. So same width, Okay, so 15,000 or 1999, you got the same amount of gold besides the basket that's holding the center stone. And it's not going to be 19. Come on in. It's a welcome into Wednesday moment. It is our, I get it. I do this every time. I have to show you the big museum piece, well knowing that most everyone leaves me then. Because when I show the big piece, somehow subconsciously everyone thinks, is everything going to be $15,000 today? And then I'm left with nobody. This is where, again, this top of the hour is a moment. And if I have to bring it down less than $19.99 because you're not loving it yet, so be it. That's why we do these shows live. I don't have a script. I don't have a schedule. I just do what I want. I make sure that it's about, how do I know it's a value? Well, if you were calling in and we have backed up calls at $19.99, it's a value. But you have a strict standard, I have a strict standard. And if we have to go lower to make sure you're happy with it so we can sell out a couple of rings, so be it. That's what a top of the hour is about. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's not even going to be $999 under $1,000. Now that is interesting. All the blue wing color neon and red flash, which I know you see if I darken the light, that's a little bit more what you can expect when it's at home. Not bad, is it? Not too shabby. All the bright reds you were seeing just got exaggerated here. And now we're going to go less than $9.99 because I know you and you need a better value. And those are some of the biggest diamonds we'll see of the entire day. The whole show, hundreds of items. I don't think I've got anything bigger than a 10-point diamond, and there's still VS and they're round and one's gone. Well, guys, the calls are getting really, really backed up now. So obviously we've discovered a price point that has struck the proverbial nerve. And now we get to go lower because I'm going to make sure they sell out. And if we can give you a better value and you go, wow, I thought it was a great value, $9.99. Now I'm saving even more. Thank you, hallelujah, and thank you to Lolo. Here's what we're going to do instead of $9.99. Remember, it's your gold choice, white, yellow, or rose. It's a great giftable. It's a great for yourself. This is not a peewee ring. It's not like your baby ring. It's not your starter ring. It's just a classic style. And I know we don't see a lot of three-stone styles here, but we're starting to because it's why? What you've asked for. It's what you've asked us to do more of. It's what you've demanded and asked. We are our own manufacturers, so anybody that says, we take a really great stock of your requests and try to do our best to immediately make those for you. And that's what you've been asking for late, is three-stone styles, classic looks. This is it, and it's not $9.99. We got a very busy phone bank right now. We're going to get busier because it's also not going to be $899. We need you on the lines. We've only got a couple left as we speak. The price is getting better. That usually means the phone lines are going to be a little busier. So it's not $899. What about $888? What about $850? What about $799? This is a band of gold. It is gold, 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 not sterling silver, not a plated metal. This is not stainless steel. If I see one more piece of jewelry offered in stainless steel, I might hurl. Like I'm really getting, oh, and I know we will. I know we will, because this is really what we're seeing now. We're seeing things done in metals that are for kitchen appliances. And this is how things are being set. The precious metals market has lost its mind collectively, and it's not going to change. And so here we are saying, you know what? We are not about to actually retract quality. We are not about to concede quality. We are not going to sacrifice quality. Let's just make you, if I have to lose money to do it, we lose money to do it. Hello, it's a top of the hour. If a top of the hour is not a loss leader, what is? That's what I do. I tell you guys, I know it's a 3-hour show. That's a big commitment. It's a big commitment. Now, a lot of people do it every single Wednesday through Sunday. Don't miss a moment of a show. Thank you. To those of you I say thank you, that's appreciated. A lot. You have no idea what that means to a show host who has to, stand up here and talk for hours and just hope that you're entertained enough to hang out with me. That's a lot to ask. But I will tell you, if nothing else, you join me at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock on these weeknights, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I'm going to do something crazy. And this is getting crazier just based on the fact that I got to move some jewelry. Got to do it every single day. Got to do it. The airtime's expensive. We got to move jewelry somehow, some way. And if I got to lose money to do it, well, I am. So it's not going to be $7.99. We'll take it even lower. Loss leader. This is, I should be called Loss Leader Lolo. That should be my new handle on socials, Loss Leader Lolo, because that's what I do. Let's make sure you get one right now. You know what? They're almost sold out. Operators, don't even charge them $7.99. Let me go lucky sevens. We'll make it $7.77. And when they're sold out, they're sold out. I can't do anything about it. I have no more blue wing Block Ds. We have no more. This is it. This is all. This is where we had to actually reside ourselves to actually take a bigger museum reserve, cut it down, and make the 1 carats available to you. adding the really big diamonds so that it still really makes sense and works and looks fabulous. And remember, it's white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. So get your size, get your gold color choice. We will ship it to your doorstep for free. If you don't think that's the greatest value, send it on back. It's just a big moment and big value for those of you that love a great blue wing tanzanite. And why go ahead and buy a lower quality stone out there that's smaller, that has no great color, no neon, no nothing, and spend way more to do it? I say no. I say just hang out with us and we'll show you what we can do. So that's $777, and look at that. I love that bigger gold band that you're getting there. Nice, heavy, rounded type of style. You see it's not flat. It's got a nice rounding to the band itself. It's only $777. Jason, are you getting one as well? Okay, so I'm going to need to know, do we have okay, we're almost sold out. Well, we'll give it 60 seconds and bye-bye. It'll be long gone and a done deal. Who was shopping with you over there? Lisa from Arizona or somewhere else? MA, that is Massachusetts. Hi, Lisa in MA, Massachusetts. Hey, Ma, look, 777 tanzanite. We got it for you. So 45 seconds remaining, and we say toodaloo, ta-ta, and bye-bye, adios to that tanzanite. We'll get you our big Cunzite. We've got a heart-shaped Mandarin garnet. The 3-stone pink and yellow diamond ring is here. It's big. And then we've got a blue zircon. We've had so much fun with necklaces tonight, haven't we? I got another one for you. We got a blue zircon necklace with chain. Notice how you'd think maybe those chains should go bye-bye. No, they are not. We've got a ruby. It's my Valentine's Day special. And then here's the deal. I have a very, very important yellow diamond tonight. And you have to promise not to leave me because I'm going to show you a really, really expensive piece. Yes, I'm going to show you an expensive piece. And to be honest, we call this around here, we call this Lauren's dream. This is my dream ring. I'm going to show it to you. I love this ring. Every time I've had anything like it, it just sells out. I know what's happening with the yellow diamond world. Let's take a look on the hand here. I'm going to just slowly drop this in for you because this, it literally is the dream ring. And I'm going to tell you right now that we are going to have this tonight in about 35 minutes at 7 o'clock. And if you promise not to go anywhere, to stay with me and see what it's all about, I'm going to have to maneuver this a little bit. I've had a lot of yellow diamonds over my 9+ years here. I have a 1 carat plus here. It's the cushion cut rectangular edition, not the square that looks teeny, but the big one, the one that looks like a carat and a half. All these diamonds around it. This is, let me tell you, I'm around a lot of jewelry. You and I may or may not share the same taste or anything else, but I will tell you this. What I do respect and what I do just bow down to and have been for 25 years and actually beyond, because I liked jewelry long before I ever started talking about it professionally. There's one thing I think we can all agree on, and that is the fact that when you see a really, really important ring, you know it. I might have people watching that don't even, like, let's say there's somebody watching as a companion to a TVON shopper, and they're hanging out with you, and they're at your side, and they're watching because you want to watch, and they might not know the first thing about fine jewelry, gemstones, exotic diamonds. They know that's an important piece. There are certain pieces that just carry that weight. This is one of them. If you stay with me for 33 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm going to unveil this, and I'm going to have to do something extreme. I don't know if you know, but yellow diamonds now like this in Tucson, which has not even happened yet, but it's coming up in a few weeks. Everybody's already here because when you travel from around the world, they're all here. They all stay in LA. There's a lot to do in Tucson. It's a lovely place, but not as much to do there as there is in Los Angeles. So they hang out here for a few weeks. They usually bring the families. They do the Universal and the Disneyland and the Knott's Berry Farm and the beach and Malibu and Nobu if they can get in, and I could go on and on. It's only a 3-hour show. But the point is that everybody's here. And I met yesterday with the yellow diamond dealer who I respect and appreciate more than any. And the yellow diamond dealer, because every single Monday and Tuesday this month is filled up with basically meetings, and more meetings. And we're all getting ready for Tucson. And the yellow diamond dealer who has the 1 carats, who previously was selling them at the last trade show in Hong Kong for $22,000 per loose stone, now is going to be getting $33,000 in February, like as in a few weeks. So not even, not even. We're like 10 days away. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore what's happening with yellow diamonds. I'm going to ignore what's happening and has been happening for years with gold. And I'm going to ignore the fact that there's one of our biggest white diamond weights in this ring. That's what makes it so special. And what y'all know by seeing it from even up close, but here, I'll borrow it and do this, and show you, I think you can tell from a distance away, that's an important ring. That's a specialty ring. This is my dream ring, and I love it because it's high-end. I always say, good taste, it's a blessing and a curse. It just is, right? If you have high-end taste, if you like nicer things, if you have that champagne taste, and maybe not the champagne budget, this is the place to be, and we are going to live in a past era when we go to this yellow diamond ring. Promise ya, stay with me, 32 minutes, okay? So that's coming up. Tell a friend if you know anybody who wants a natural yellow diamond. And at this point, the lab grown are so darn expensive, I don't know if they're going to be able to top what we can do on a natural stone. So stay with me for that top of the hour. Let's go to our wheel. I'm going to bring our Cunzite out. We're going to get this one home. I flashed it earlier. Let me just get it all polished up for you. And this will be 112-6554. Here it is. Just slide it on in for you to take a look at the beauty of this stunning east to west set. Emerald cut, Cunzite, baguette cut, aquamarine, and it's all in a pendant. Stay with me for that top of the hour. It's going to have almost 3 carats in diamonds, and we have a ruby value as well. That's my little Valentine's special, getting you ready so you can worry more about what to wear than what to give, right? What to wear and where to go and when to get that reservation so you can get into someplace, right? That's going to be coming up. We have a ruby special. It's a ruby necklace. I've got right now 112-6554. Keep calling the tanzanite. We still have 2 left on the $777 tanzanite. But now we're talking about an 1811 emerald cut east west set Cunzite with a carat 74, and that's our Sierra Santa Maria. That is its companion stacked up top, and that's a baguette, so it's going to have those right angled corners instead of the notch corners for you. And we have got one. It stays in the white gold. So the question is, who wants it and who needs a value? That's what we got for you. I'm going to show you the link that it gives you. We have our Sorari earrings coming up soon as well. Stay with us. Sorari earring alert. It'll be our last Sorari piece. I've had 2. They're already sold. What else is new? So here we go. That's how they go. They go very quickly. Take a look at this on the hand first, and then we'll take it on over to the neckline. But I want you to get a couple measurements of it here. Now, this one's east-west set. So we first give you the top to bottom measurement, which is 3/4. But I also want to slide the ruler in here if I can and show you what it looks like side to side, which ironically is also going to be 3/4 of an inch. So here's what it looks like from a distance away, and you're going to just, I mean, look at that color. It just got a whole lot more purple, didn't it? There are ultraviolet searing blues coming through on it as well, which is probably why the inspiration for the gorgeous Sierra Santa Maria up top is to really bring out those really outstanding blues that are happening in the neon Cunzite. And we're going to blow it out right now. Take another look at it close up. Our last call on this one, it's got to go. It's got to go to a good home. I mean, it's obviously mega carat weights. So did start at $79.99. We'll take it a lot lower. Keep in mind, one only if you love neons, if you're someone who enjoys step faceting, if you like color combinations that are unexpected and luxury. That is what I would say this really embodies. All of those factors, and yet it's not even going to be, I got to cut right to the chase here, it's $4,000 is great. $39.99 is better. We'll take it on down right now. First caller under $3,000, and it's not $29.99. Taking even lower, Sorari's coming up next. We'll do this for $2,888. These per carats tonight are ridiculous in the best way. We saw it with the 20 carat Paraiba. Now we're seeing it with the nearly 20 carat Cunzite. Saturation, it simply doesn't get better than that. You're at the top level of saturation right here and now, and it's $28.88 first caller. And then we'll get to, we have that ruby special, we have conch pearls on a blowout, one of the most exotic. It really is the most exotic of organic stones. So we have 3 of those to choose from. There are light 1 carats. They're all going to go out at a discount. We have our heart-shaped Mandarin, our 3-stone yellow and pink and white diamond piece. I'm going to show you the one and only blue zircon necklace that's coming up with chains. So we'll see that on the way. If you like the sound of that, go ahead and get on the phone lines now to make sure you get a hold of this one. Okay, we're going to be on our way here, and here's what we've got in the blue zircon. So $28.88. Let me know who's got it. This jewelry cannot stick around. If it was $79.99, it can. When it's $28.88, it can't. That's the value we're waiting on. Let's take a look at our blue zircon. Here it is, round, or actually roval. It's going to be our platinum piece. 8821 is the number, 112-8821. It's a carat 30 oval. It's going to be set north to south when it's on the neckline, so those diamonds will be up top. That's where your chain goes. We're throwing in the chain. It's platinum, 3 points in diamonds up top. The carat 30 private collection blue zircon nestled within this beautiful platinum design, and that is a really cool, almost like, think of it like a mini paperclip link. and it is adjustable. It's 18 inches maximum length, but you can slide this one. This is not just a 16, 17, and 18 option in the chain. It's a make sure it's exactly right. You can go any length you want up to 18 inches thanks to the sliding adjustability. And look at that zircon. Bright turquoise neon. This is like the ultimate way to do any blue in a neon outside of Paraiba. And there it is, 1/2 inch top to bottom. Again, chain is going to be adjustable for you. It does have a spring ring closure, and that's what it looks like from a distance. So just glowing and doing its thing, doing what blue zircons do. That rich neon electric blue color shows up from a distance away, doesn't it? And we're going to blow it out right now for you, only this one. So call me early. Let's go back. I got something affordable here. We're all waiting for that, aren't we? We love affordable. We love deep discounts. We love one of a kinds. All of that happening. And this one, nope, not even going to be $29.99 with chain included. Pricing out chains right now, well, you're paying, the basic chains goes for $600. Anything more than that, like things like adjustability, adds. We're going to make this better than $1,600, better than even $900, rather better than $19.99. We're going to blow it out for $9.99. That's with the chain. And let me know who's got the Cunzite, because I know we're verifying several callers on that. I'll let you know when that's first to go. And there's our white gold only, or rather platinum only, in that blue zircon. Okay, so I think we need to show you the Sirari earrings. We're already pendant gone, ring gone. These earrings are so fresh and so updated and fabulous. We're going to show them next. Our last Sirari piece of the inventory. Did I just say that? I checked today. I've been working really hard to try and get more. Is not happening. Barring anything that's, I don't know, stuck. Sometimes there's a few pieces that get sold that don't get paid for. Barring anything that I'm going to check tomorrow. Barring anything that can be released, I don't have any more. So let's get to it. Sirari's here in a very cool, high style designer earring. Let me show them. These are always just, again, a little bit odd to set on a wheel. But just so you can see here, this is that front facing hoop design that we've all been kind of really getting attached to here. It is multiple colors and diamonds. And again, 9916, I have nothing else in Sirari. Here it is. We're always hoping to get more. We're trying. We're working on it. It just doesn't look promising at this point. So 112-9916 is here. And welcome into TVON. It is our last now 84 minutes left in the show. So if you do have any questions or requests, I would love them. We don't have any requests as of yet. I know it's a quiet Wednesday. Wednesdays are, but we're so glad to have you with us, and it makes it a more even optimal time to get requests in, okay? So I do want to show you what we have here. It's a post and butterfly backing. I'm going to show you from a distance away, and then we want to get the measurement. Now there's a slight, this isn't just flat. Do you see here how it almost turns? And as you get to the open end that's on the left side, it's going to slightly, it's kind of fall back a little bit. And the reason for that is how they look when they're on. They're 1 inch and drop. I'm going to switch them out because I need the other one too. There's a left and a right design, and it's important that you look first, because if you're going to achieve the look intended, and I know that there is one way these will set up a little bit better so you can see them, but that's not it because they don't want to release. This is multiple colors of greens and yellows. When you pop them on, which is as easy as like a basic stud, when you put them on, they're intended to be putting all your diamonds, which almost look like a constellation, the way they're all separated. They're all set individually by prongs, but they all look so fabulous. And here they are on, because this is really the visual that I can try all day to explain it. And the truth is, all you need to do is show you, because it looks like they're looping around, and there is that different dimension in the way they're set up. But when you have them, and again, I didn't have to do anything fancy here. All you have, and I don't even have a post. So again, all you need to do is just pop them on. I'm going to make sure that's going to stay there because I have no post on. But you see how they're meant to look like they're going to loop around, and it's like you attach something. We had those jackets the other day. A lot of you were saying, that's cool. This is really intended like it's a double-sided or a dimensional earring with a front and a back, when it's actually just going to be one great earring. You slip it on, you put the post on, and you're good to go. And all those colors of diamonds, instead of doing like an inside-out diamond hoop or something like that, this is why we call it front-facing, because every bit of your 274 in diamonds are facing forward, are what everybody see when they look at you. So let's take an up close look at them, and so you can really kind of scrutinize each of those diamonds. It is an entire collection for you. And we have yellow gold only. Well, that makes sense to me when you look at the colors that are here in this earring, mostly those bright yellows and greens and those brown tones, which are natural champagnes. And I just got to really hold them up here so you can appreciate them. And we'll give some love to each and every one of them. And there's great finishing as well, so you can see them. Obviously, they're not designed to look great on a wheel. They're designed to look beautiful on you. And we've got 274. So the very first time that these were here, they were, because this is one that I technically are not brand new. I got them released tonight for you just because I know how many of you have been requesting more of them. So forgive me, one's going to sit like that till I can hold it up. But I do want to make sure you're aware, this is the same pair of earrings we saw, and it was actually sold, but they were on hold, and so whatever. I'm just glad they're here tonight. They were sold for $69.99. We're going to do something different. It's a great value for all these fancy colored diamonds that, once again, are indeed natural. That's the big difference maker. There's plenty of diamonds out there that are different colors, oftentimes irradiated and treated to get there. So not what we do. That's just, again, that takes it out of the natural realm as far as I'm concerned. So here's what we've got for you. I'm going to put them on the auction block. I want to see who's out there. We have an hour and 20 minutes left in the show, and we're going to mark a very significant milestone at the top of this hour at 7 o'clock Pacific time. That's in 20 minutes. We're going to bring out that yellow diamond, which, might I add, would pair up beautifully with this very pair of Ferrari designer earrings. They would be gorgeous together. The yellow diamond has the one prominent yellow diamond, but there's a lot of yellows and greens that are natural in different tones. And what that creates in an earring when you have them separated like this is this shimmering quality, as almost as if you look up in the sky on a really, really dark night and you're clear and you see the sparkle of stars. That's what this looks like, but in the colors of diamonds. So we're going to take a look at them, and I'm going to put them on the auction block. We're going to do better than $69.99 just because I think a lot of us have been waiting for an earring like this. Something different, something special, something unique. Let's bring y'all back into a Wednesday here. Show you what we can do that nobody else, including this designer, can do. That's the beauty of it. We bring you unique opportunities nobody else has. And yes, this is a designer you see on another channel. That's what I've heard. You guys have said, oh my goodness, you guys have them too now, and this is amazing. And then you go, whoa, your prices are very different. Exactly. We're better value across the board. And sometimes it's hard to reference that when you think, well, it's all different and who knows. But when you see the same name, and nobody can claim you're the designer or you're the manufacturer unless your name is Ferrari. And yet we're going to bring you a better value. I'm going to put these on the auction block. We're going to see them out the door, and we're going to welcome you into a big Wednesday night. What's left of it? Because we're down to it. We got 79 minutes to go. And that's not a lot of time. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about that really extremely important yellow diamond coming up at the top, which I can't wait for. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a value. But we're going to make this even easier than $69.99. Again, auction block moment. That means I'm going to have to do something extreme here to get these phone lines to ring. And that's what we're going to do right now. Take a look. It's not going to be 6,000 or 5,000 or 4,000 or 3. You know what's interesting? There's 274, so I think we kind of get a gauge on what they would be if they were just white diamonds. Then you upgrade it with realizations of there's a lot of gold behind this earring. It's 1 inch in the drop. There's a mix and match of light pinks, champagnes, fawns, yellows, and greens. In this collection, they are not $3,000. We're already lower than we ever should be. And by the way, a $10 increment seems fine with me. I'm fine with that because anything other, and we might all freak, right? This is where let's keep it to the absolute minimum. And go even less than 3. I don't get it. I don't know, but here's what I've got. An experimentation. Simple as I can make it here, will go under cost. I know I didn't make them, but I still know what they cost. And I'm not talking about designer manufacturer cost, because their cost is higher. Our cost is what we got. I'm telling you right now, we are only about value, so we're not going to bring in anybody else's jewelry unless, number one, it's got a fine quality that can match our own, and number two, it's got to be a value. So this is probably why it's our last piece, because I don't know, if you made something and you sold it for this, I've been through this before. Quick story. I used to do shows long time ago, like 2004, 2005, and they were like 8-hour shows or 7-hour shows. So they were split up into basically 3.5 hours, and then there were a couple hours in the late night. And it was, imagine this, I would sell something at 9 o'clock, and then somebody else would come on at 11 o'clock. I'd sell it for less money. It was weird. It was weird, right? That's just it's a weird business strategy. It's weird. And it was weird. This was years and years ago, like 22 years ago. Point is, if you're a business owner and you make a widget for 10 bucks and you sell it at your store for $15 and then someone buys it and sells it for like, $2, it's fine. They're losing money, but the point is that would not make you feel great. And this is the whole point and purpose of this, is that we are, again, even if you work for the designer themselves, you're not getting this price. And they're not going to be $3,000. This is the beauty of an auction. They should be $7,000. That's already a great value compared to the designer retail and other places. We're doing even better than $3,000, better than $29,000 or $28,000 or $27,000. And why is that pivotal? Because that's under $1,000 a carat, in which diamonds and gold just simply don't do. And now we're going even less than that. So instead, $27,000 or $26,000. We are going to start these out at $2,500 because it always seems odd if it's not a round number like that. So we're going to go $2,500 and get you potentially $274 in those different colors of diamonds in a collection that's all in solid 14 karat gold and a 60-second clock to get them started. And we'll let you mull them over. 55 seconds to get it going. Don't forget, before the night is over, the 19 karat purple Paraiba ring should go. The Cunzite should go. The opal, the moonstone, all of these gorgeous pieces. And yet, here's maybe the most creative and inventive of all. The way you have this mix of diamonds, I know they're sitting on their side now, reminder what they do when they're on. They're so fabulous and so very unique. It's just not what you see every day. And it's very, very little to spend. And nobody's spending $25 because we don't have it open. That's okay too. At least you saw them. And at least I said, well, here's a great value and something you can hopefully just take advantage of if you are so inclined. It's a really good look. And one more time, so you can see that front-facing design that we have, the way they look like they turn and meet. It looks like a hoop that's literally fastening in the back. But that would be, as we know, a bit complicated to do as far as, put them on. That's not something a lot of people want, is a complicated earring. I think that life has enough complications. We don't need our earrings to be complicated. We don't need our jewelry to be complicated, but you can see how they swirl around and they basically look like they just attach to the back of the ear, but so easy. All right, 25, don't have it. Let's move on. We're going to show you a few other things here before we get to our top of the hour. And our top of the hour is pretty just kind of special and epic, and it's my dream ring. So I'm looking forward to bringing it to you, and we're going to do something special with the value story. So again, let me just show you what they look like straightforward here. So I'll just, forgive me here, I'm just going to pick them up and show you a left and right design here. So you do want that outside edge to always flare out. That's going to be the proper look the designer intended here, to make them look like they are indeed wrapping around the back and then fastening in the back, when they don't need to do that. They just look like they do that. So that's a special piece in design right there. Okay, I'll keep them. We've got a very cool Mandarin garnet heart shape here. Take a look at this one. This is our big Mandarin. It's a perfect heart shape. It's almost 4 carats in size, and it's 1129665. Welcome on in. It's our last little bit of show here we have today for you, and top of the hour is a big one. So stay with us. I'll do a little bit of a recap as well before we get to our third and final hour. We'll show you what we have left from the show and get those pieces out, just in case you're a late arrival tonight. So we'll make this our 388 with a carat 35 in diamonds. It's going to be white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. So you're going to choose your gold color. And it was just briefly, it was $99.99 not too long ago. That didn't work to get it out the door, so we're going to do our very best to do that now. And heart shape, when Valentine's Day is around the corner, you might think, well, that's interesting. It's orange. You are correct. It is orange. It is not red and it is not pink. But that goes to show you, you can really, I love the symbolism built in with the color that maybe is just a color you enjoy, or a color that maybe is affiliated with a sports team you like, or maybe it's just you like bright, vibrant, bright neons like this. That's what this is when you've got that beautiful color, that very clean material, which Mandarin, not usually typical. You don't get a lot of clarity out of Mandarins. They usually are very cloudy and hazy, and that's why we don't see as many of them. We really do select only the ones that are of jewelry grade, that deserve to be brought together with lots of diamonds and all of that, and a better price than $49.99. Which is already 50% off. We're going to bring it down for you, show you a little recap, bring all the best here, top of the hour. It might be our last item of the show. I don't know. We got the big yellow diamond. I got to figure out how to take a $32,000 stone and give it a 2-carat diamond weight and gold and make it even better. I don't know how, but I'm going to try something. Stay with me. It's going to happen live. So make sure you could end up getting the value of a lifetime at the top of the hour, because anything goes tonight. Got to move some jewelry in our last hour. Here's what we've got. Instead of $49.99, an extra bonus. I'm going to bring this down to $4,499. Conch pearls are coming up. We've got conch pearls on the way. The conch pearls are so incredible. They're just rare. And listen, if you don't understand them and have never heard of them, you're going to be thinking it's the craziest thing you've ever seen. I thought that too, because I went a good couple of decades of my career without ever seeing one. It wasn't until recently at TVON that I ever had a conch pearl to show. That's because they're that rare. So we're going to show you one of nature's most beautiful, most scarce stones. That's going to be coming up on a wheel, where we're going to also blow out the pricing. Now, real quick before we do that, here's a Mandarin garnet in a more designer, inventive mounting. Round, so think of this like a diamond band to start, and then a little bit more of this circular kind of bridge bypass, but easy to wear even though it's a different style. So if you can wear a basic, straightforward 1-row band ring, you can wear this. Even though it's got a loop-to-loop, and it's got a mirror finished gold that actually goes over the diamonds. And then it features in the middle this gorgeous round Mandarin. You can wear it. I think there's so many ladies, again, I've worked with a lot of ladies in my life who love jewelry at this point, so many of you. And so many people see a different design and they worry that they're not going to be able to wear it. They worry it's going to be uncomfortable or it's going to do something or spin on the hand. That does not happen here. This is a wearable band with a little more flair for the dramatics, just giving you something different so that I can assure you it doesn't look like what you already have, unless, of course, you already own the ring. So take a look at it. It's our Mandarin garnet round, and it's a very unique stone. And, you know, we don't, Pam, I got your request. I'm going to ask just for reference point, but I don't think so unless there's something new I haven't seen. Andy, there isn't any chance we have any cross earrings that drop, like with a carat in diamonds. Okay, didn't think so. All right. All righty. So here's what we have for you in a Mandarin. 112-9892 coming up. And the heart shape is here. Let's get to this round. Let's give you diamonds running right down the hand, side to side. This is that extra loop that comes over from one side, wraps around. That's all securely set. It's got a basket in your 4 prongs there for that round stone. I'm so excited. We're doing white, yellow, or rose gold. What a thrilling night we've had. It has been amazing values. I lost y'all when I put up the 19 karat. I cannot believe I did that, but I had to. I started the show by showing it, and after that, oh my goodness, everybody else tuned out. But here's the deal. We got about 9 minutes till our last hour kicks off. We have that incredible yellow diamond that I got to go absolutely ballistic on. We're going to do something incredible. We have conch pearls before that. So all that happening in 9 minutes. We've got this Mandarin garnet. I'll give it away. First caller can have it. $888. It worked with our tanzanite. I'm going to try it again. This is an even bigger upgrade. Do you know the stone also comes from different parts of Africa? It's got a couple of sources, but they're all mined out. So even though we think of tanzanite as found in 1967, almost gone, that's a short lifespan. This was found in 1991, so some 30 years later, and yet it's already gone. And there were multiple sources, but the sources themselves were so small, so scarce that they're already gone. So we have a rarity to the stone that we're always seeing the values of the Mandarin garnets go up, 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 up. And yet here's a really good one, 60 pointer, diamonds at 26. Look how beautiful it is though on the hand, because this is that artistic, designer, inventive style. I know we're all getting excited. Thank you. I know I'm so excited about the yellow diamond. I'm getting a lot of messages that we're all excited about the yellow diamond, but first the Mandarin's on the hand. That's where it's hanging out. Yeah, just wanted to put that on for you. I got 2 ways to wear it, so I'll show you the first, then the second, but it kind of looks, again, very not circular necessarily, but it's giving that little nod to something just cool and designer, very wearable. I'm going to show you multiple ways to wear it, like multiple fingers, because I think this would be middle, index, without being a really heavy wide ring. Still works in a lot of places even. Check this out. I even think it works as a thumb ring. What do you think? That's a cool look. You could do it there. How about the index finger here? Might work as well. You can see now just kind of opted to go with the stone down lower. So you can play with it, mix and match it. Also, there could be a little stacking moment here happening as well. If you wanted to, let's say, oh, I don't know, put on another ring with it, kind of really invent it, make it new and fresh every time, you can do that as well. But that's $888 just to give away some jewelry very quickly here for you when you've got one of the most neon. I mean, look at that stone, what it does. From a distance away, lower light when it's on the hand, and look how bright and it just vibrant that stone is. It's incredible. And you're missing out at $888. If you'd like to get it, you may. It's back down close now on the up close shot there, and we'll blow it out for $888. So coming up next, we've got our last call on this hour. I'm going to bring the conch pearls really, really quickly because I know we're all anxious to see something as precious as this is. And they're all in platinum, and they're all what we call light 1 carats, even though most conch pearls I've ever seen out in, well, not really retail, but in the designer, they're usually auctions, like estate auctions, things like that. The conch pearls don't usually have a carat weight, and it's not usually offered in the retail establishments of the world. So something to, again, just really, I think, kind of harp on that point of how rare these stones are. They are from, again, they're called a pearl, but they're not a traditional pearl. As we know, they don't look like a traditional pearl. They don't really act like a traditional pearl that had those kind of, glossy knackers and perfectly round. These are more like a gem that's faceted, except they're not. They're found and discovered naturally inside of those big, big conch shells. Okay, so we refer to it as the conch shell. The conch shell is actually the large sea snail shell. And not every one of those shells will have a conch pearl. It's very scarce. So you find one in every, what is the ratio? Like 1 in every 10,000. It is, that's a scary ratio when you consider that you can't just go to any beach and find the queen conch shells. So you're really looking at the one source only in the Caribbean. And at this point in time, you have to go to vintage, estate, really just auctions. That's the only place, because there's been no sourcing of these stones in the modern era. So that's why you're looking at pieces that are in auction houses or in big estate sales that might have been some famous collector or royalty. That's really the only place to find them. So they're a little different, and that's why they're so scarce. You don't find them much on TV, certainly, because of that rarity, because of that scarcity. And then if you were ever to, let's say you happen to be vacationing and you're sitting on the beach, and you walk over to the shell and you find one on the Caribbean beach, and you go up and you look and you still, if that were to happen against all the odds, and let's say, who's to say, never say never, you're still not allowed to actually take or abscond with that pearl. That is something that is, I don't know, punishable by law. So you talk about jail time. The point is they're very scarce. They're very scarce and they're natural. So it's the shell itself that makes these stones, and very, very seldom. And so they're each going to have their own organic shape, their own organic colors. They're all unique to each other. And as we take a look at these 3 options, we see there's a more round stone, and then a more oval, and then a more oval on the right side. So now we have the great pleasure of bringing to you a blowout price on all 3, so you can get your favorite. Now they're all in platinum, so that is the consistency here. They will therefore stay in platinum. They have this great, and I'm going to walk you through the carat weights if that's how you want to make your choice. We have the smallest, which is right over here in the middle. That's going to be the 73 pointer. That's 81. By the way, anytime you get a carat weight, that is rare. Usually they don't have a carat weight. Usually they're described based on a millimeter size, and that's it. So you have no idea. So I'm going to tell you the carat weights because I always do. I don't understand how people buy things without knowing carat weights, but in this stone, it's more or less, it's irrelevant, because it's really about the look you're getting and the color you're getting and the fact that it's here at all. That's the important part. But this is our 73 pointer with 81 points in diamonds. The next size up is over here on the right side. That's the 80 pointer. The 80 pointer has 71 points in diamonds. And then the largest one is actually over here in this very traditional mounting, which is our 89 pointer with 43 points in diamonds. So here's the deal. They're platinum. They're all what we call light 1 carats if you care about the carat weight, but they're really all with beautiful diamonds around them, and you're just going to pick your favorite design, your favorite stone. Maybe there's one that has a color you like a little bit better. Here's the deal. When we first started bringing these, and this is what's so amazing. I don't know if you remember this. It was a couple of years ago. I've been doing this since the early days of the early aughts, so 2000. And yet, when I first started seeing these here, there was not one that was under $8,000. And they were flying. And I had never seen anything like it because, again, I had never seen these or sold them in person. I only read about them, seen them in museums. That was it. They're very tough to find. There was a day, years and years went by, and there was a day, we were doing some kind of sale event. There was a day that somebody made a request. Someone said, do you have any conch pearls? Part of the sale. We brought one out. We, on the way out, since it wasn't scheduled for the show, it was requested, we brought it out, discounted it. I just about fell over and fainted when I saw the price tag. I put it on the air, I got really excited, and all of a sudden, the phone lines, I've never seen anything like it. I've been doing this a long time. I had never seen anything like it. I put up a pearl, a conch pearl just like this. It was $49.99 because they'd all been $8,000 plus. I put it up for $4,999, and the phones, we got 80 deep in phone calls within a matter of seconds. I had never witnessed anything like it. I've done all kinds of things on TV. I've done big blowouts. I had never seen that many callers on the phone so fast. That was because I brought a pearl, a conch pearl, down to $5,000. We have just a few moments till our yellow diamond kicks off. I got to make this easy. Let me just tell you this. These three up here are such a blowout. They're not going to be even near $5,000. So I can only imagine what's going to happen to these phone lines, knowing that we have never done anything quite on this level. Not with the bigger stones. There's been a little pendant, you know, with a little stone here and there. These are the big stones, and they're in rings. So it's a different deal entirely. We are not going to do $49.99. They're not going to be $39. And if you do have a favorite, best thing you can do is dial in, because they will be gone. They will be gone. That's all I can say. They will be gone if we have it broadcast, and I hope we do, because this is that value. This is the value we've been waiting. Theoretically, you might have been waiting a lifetime. Unless you walk into a store and know the Conch Pearl Emporium where you can walk in and get one. I don't know where else you're seeing a deal like this. Where else you can even find them, even with unlimited funds at your disposal. They are not going to be even $39. Or even, get this, they're not even going to be $3,000. We have moments left until our top of the hour. Our last hour is about to kick off. This is a value. If you can do it, take all three. If you're a collector, a reseller, I don't know, if you run auctions, you just want to take all three. Get all three while you can. They're not even $39. Like I said, they're not even $29.99. You got to be thinking I'm misspeaking right now. This does not happen. The last time when we did our first discount on a conch pearl, boom, 80 back, 80 deep on the phone lines. That should happen again. I know it's a Wednesday, but I'm pushing the boundaries of savings. And this is for you guys. Take a look at all three. Pick your favorite. Let's not be, maybe we shouldn't just sell all three to one caller. Let's just get them out of here. Let's do, you know what, Nick and me, we're getting busy on the lines. It's about to happen. This is exactly what I figured would go on. I saw this value. I thought, you know what, blowout is blowout, but still those have got to be like $4,500. Nope, they're not even $29.99. Truly one of the rarest stones you can and will ever own. And all natural and rare as can be, and they're not $29.99. We're going even lower. What can I say? This is the value. If you're with me, you're buying them. If you're a collector, you're getting one. If you are somebody who says, I want a collection, I want to get one of everything, and I don't have that. Well, there's no excuses now not to get one because they're so affordable. And they're not going to be 29 or 20. Apparently, I need to go lower. Never seen anything like this. And yes, if you just tune in looking for the yellow diamond, it is moments away. If you don't mind, though, for our conch pearl collectors, I'm going to go ahead and take these even lower for you. Let's take them even lower before we get to our yellow diamond deal, which is a $30,000+ yellow diamond in the center, and I'm adding to it. We're going to do something crazy at the top of the hour, and honestly, if these are still here in 30 seconds, and this is scheduled to come up, I don't honestly know what it's going to take. I'm not sure what we're going to need to do. But I will tell you this right now. I am not going to do $29.99. I am not going to do 28 or 27 or 26 or 25. Again, out of everything rare I show you, this is up there in the top three. This is really, really rare. You know, when we talk, you're probably going, but what about all this yellow diamond? This one, not as rare. Not as rare. It's beautiful. It's special. It's not as rare. That 19 karat Paraiba that I had earlier, the purple Paraiba over 19, that's the only thing that's on this level. And that was $15,000, and we're not even asking for $25.99 here. So let's take one last look. Let's get them out the door. Let's not even ask for $25.99. Your piece, whatever your choice is, get whatever you can. This is the value on conch pearls all time. I'll blow them out for $2,499. That's it. All three, same price. You just pick your favorite. Yellow diamond time is next. And goodness knows, I think I could be sitting here with this yellow diamond for a long, long time. If we ask for $35,000, I'm not going to do it. So stay with me. That's coming. If those rings are $24.99, what do you think that ring's going to be? but stay with me and find out, because that ring is one of the most valuable I have in the entire inventory. I go through it every day. I know what we've got. I know what's here. I know what's what. Let's move on to the yellow diamond. You showed up tonight. You're ready for a deal. If you're here just to look at pretty things, great. But if I can make the prettiest ring I think we have in yellow diamonds, we have so many great choices. I know there's a 1 carat I love that's in that classic square cushion. You know, my only issue with that is that it's square. And I always, always, always try to warn you that the square cushions are going to look smaller. So if you can get a rectangular cushion cut, because they're still cushions, cushion and cushion, cushion and cushion. I just need you to understand there's such a bigger look when you get into the rectangular versions like this. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pearls and alike, everybody, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Let me treat you to something really special for our Wednesday. I'm so thrilled you're here. My name is Lauren. This is our very last hour of Wednesday, and I'm about to embark on a journey with you. Come with me. Take my hand. Let's go together, because I was meeting yesterday with a very important yellow diamond dealer who I've been quoting prices from him back in Hong Kong of the last September show. Last time there was a major trade show, it was Hong Kong in September. That's a show that happens multiple times a year, whereas Tucson and JCK in Las Vegas, those are once a year. So, you know, certain things just happen more often. And the Hong Kong show, we saw a big difference and a big uptick in pricing on yellow diamonds that were loose, mind you, loose stones in a box or a little plastic baggie. And the 1 carat yellow diamonds, the same ones that were at the JCK show in June of 2025. Those same diamonds, which went from, what did they go? They went from $18,000 a stone, and then a couple months go by, September in Hong Kong, they were $22,000. Same loose yellow diamond, 1 carat, exactly what you're getting here, except this is a carat of 1. This is the elongated cushion. I'll tell you what the benefit is. If you get a 1 carat of 1 square cushion, I wish I had one. I already checked. I don't. I don't have a 1 carat square cushion. They're all sold. They've been sold previously. The very first yellow diamond I ever brought you about 7.5 years ago was a square cushion 1 carat. $6,500, and the mounting wasn't as good. This is a stone that if I had a 1 carat 01, same size, square cushion, it would look half the size. So I say that because for those of us that don't mind having bigger diamonds, I'm in that camp. I would like bigger diamonds all the time. What usually gets in the way is that thing called that budget, and that thing that's, you know, that credit card limit. And I would love to get a 2 carat diamond instead of a 1 carat diamond if I can, but that's going to be so much more costly. And for those that say, oh, come on, it's not that bad, it's just double. It's not. Diamonds are that exponential scale. So I find it very relevant and very wonderful when you can get a 1 carat, especially at my price, and you can get a 1 carat that looks like a 1.5 or a 2. Because if you're buying a square cushion, it's going to be very small in comparison, just dimension-wise. Carat weight's the same, but the look is different. Does that make sense? It's all based on the cut of the stone. We talk about this a lot. An oval tends to look bigger, as does a rectangular. That means elongated. You see that pane behind me? The window panes are slightly elongated. It's not square. It's a little bit elongated, but not as elongated as if you were to turn that TV on its side. That's more elongated. So it looks bigger in the diamond world. So without having to go spend more money, you've got the ability to get a bigger look. Does that make sense? And now we've got our 101 here, which obviously is going up like crazy. It's 112.9151. And for a minute here, if we just promise to go on this journey together, I think what we can do, because I got to tell you, it happens every time and I will never know the psychology behind it. But after I showed that night, we had everything from our first hour practically go, and I showed the 19 karat Paraiba. I showed a $14,999 piece, and I think I lost my audience. We're going to bring you back. And for those that are already saying, this is what I've been waiting for, do you also know? Because there's a lot of you that asked about Sorari, and you said, wow, I got really spoiled. We saw 2 to 3 a day, and they're all gone. And now you're going, okay, I'm ready. There are no more. For the last 7 years or so, I've shown you yellow diamonds regularly. There are no more. This is one of your last chances to get a yellow diamond, especially of this size. I can bring you the bigger ones, but they're quite a bit more money. We're going to show you what I can do here. This also has a carat 71 in diamonds around it. That is 273 all the way around, because this is a carat of 1 plus, or 272 rather. And what we're going to do is bring you a great, great value. So here's what I'm going to ask for you to do. Call me. I'm going to show you the inside of the ring. I'm going to show you how this is made, how it's built, all the bells and whistles, if you will, from this yellow. Here's the side. This is special. It's got a double row leading into the one single diamond. And that makes that transition, because then around that double halo, you got the really big diamonds. And that's why that looks so, I think it would look a little odd if you just had the 2 rows of smaller up next to that big round brilliant. So the other big round brilliant, that's going to kind of transition your way from the smaller double row to the big halo. Then you've got the 101 center and 272 total weight. You guys won't think I'm a little crazier than normal. The gentleman who sells these stones and sold it to us about, this would be going back 8 years ago. 8 years ago, 2018. It's a long time ago, lots changed in the business. The gentleman who sold these to us all those years ago, I met with yesterday. He's the same guy that was asking for $22,000 per individual stone in Hong Kong, September of last year. Now we are soon to be in February of 2026. The same stones are going to now be $32,000. That is a loose stone price. And that, let me remind you, is not a retail store. I'm not talking about Tiffany's or Van Cleef's or Cartier. I'm talking about the Tucson Wholesale Gemstone Trade Show, where you have to be a wholesaler to get in. So, and those wholesalers will clamor, and they're not going to give the cash. So when I say hand it over, they're going to do the wire transfer. That's usually how large monetary funds are exchanged. They're going to do a wire transfer, and they will have to spend $32,000 for each of those 1 carat yellow diamond loose stones. Let's put that in perspective. And I know you're going, that's crazy. We have become desensitized to what happens in the world. And what's funny is I think it's easier to note what's happening with like eggs, because we buy them once a week or twice a week. So, you know, you need your protein, you need to make the kids an omelet, whatever it is. It's easy to see because you're buying them once or twice a week. So we see when that price increases. We see when other prices, maybe you buy a car once every few years and you see the prices increase. Not everybody buys a yellow diamond every week, twice a week. It's harder to recognize. Maybe you're not even shopping for diamonds on a weekly basis or a yearly basis or a once a decade basis. It's a little harder to tell the world what's happening, which is why I try so mightily to educate y'all on what is happening in the real world. And this is the wholesale world I'm referring to, not the retail world. But those retailers, just to understand, are buying it from the wholesalers. And then you've heard of the triple key. Well, these days it's more like a 7 key, because they take the wholesale price and they have to mark it up by 7 times to then get the price to the consumer. Oh, and by the way, that was just the loose stone. What happens if you add a carat 71 in VS diamonds? What happens if you put a lot of gold around it? That adds as well. So here's a ring that in retail we could be looking at $280,000, $290,000 easily. And if you don't believe me, please call a store tomorrow. But the opportunity is now to get a 1 carat natural diamond, the elongated, which looks bigger, the extra side diamonds, the gold solid all the way through, which I'll show you, and this gorgeous value, which I think y'all think I'm crazy if I even ask $99.99. And here's the inside, and here's the band, and the depth of that band, and I need to do something absolutely crazy, wild, nuts, ridiculous to get this home, and I will, because somebody out there wants it. Somebody out there says, I'll take it if it's a value. I'll take it if it's a deal. I wanted that ring my whole life. I want a yellow diamond. Maybe now's the time, because the longer I wait, the more it'll cost. Well, I'll tell you the difference. The longer you wait, we won't have them as an option. TVON won't be an option, because like I said, I don't have new ones coming in. You think I'm going to go in 2 weeks and buy them at $32,000 and bring them to you at $99.99? I can't afford that, guys. I can't afford to be spending, $20,000 and $30,000 to buy you a ring. I wish I could. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could, but I can't. So what I'm going to do is say, this one's made, this one's ready to go, this one's fabulous. Let's make it your deal. And let's not even do, and let me get the fingerprint off of it, and then what I'm going to do is try it on, and let's show you what I can do to make this happen. Because here's the ring. I know I've lusted over this ring for a long, long time. This is high style. This is elegance. This is big and bold. It is a big ring. It could be right hand, left hand, could be honestly anywhere here, here, or here, but it stays as is in the gold color. Unless you absolutely want it all in yellow, we can do it, I guess. If you want us to, let's do it. I'm not going to restrict you on anything. I'm too restrictive already on the $99.99. And what we need to do is find a way to get this at home, and if it takes us the next 47.5 minutes to do it, okay. Or if it doesn't, okay. But here's what I'd like you to do. If you like it, you call me and tell me. At this point, I'm curious. I don't think this is about the values. This is a viewership story tonight. So let me know if you like it. Let me know if you like it. You never know, I might sell it to you for who knows what. Just let me know. People never believe this, and then they go, oh my gosh, somebody got a dollar ring. Somebody got a ring for $100. It happens. It's happened many, many times. You just never know. But I'd love to know if you actually, if this is a ring you're thinking about at all. If it's just a matter of the price tag, let me take care of you. If you love it, let's help you out. If you know that there's an urgency to yellow diamonds, at least the natural, there's always going to be the lab grown out there. That's kind of all there is right now. So if you have a little higher standard than that, or figure, if I can get a value on the real stuff, I should get the real stuff, because then it has some value if I ever want to like trade it in, essentially, if I ever want to resell it in a few years, if I ever want to give it to the kids and they can do whatever they want with it, right? If it's lab grown, it doesn't have a value. If it's real, it does. So, you can always turn around the next day and sell it. People do that all the time with jewelry. That's the point of getting fine jewelry. You can always upgrade if you want. You can always resell it. It's gaining in value. I cannot tell you how many things. I've been doing this for my mom. She's in her 70s. She's, got a big jewelry collection. She's been collecting jewelry since she was a teen. She's got a big jewelry collection. It's not a bad thing. She doesn't wear the stuff from the 80s anymore. She just doesn't. I would hope not. I would hope she's evolved, right? She's evolved. The same ring she wore in 1983, she's not wearing today. But guess what? I've been reselling it for her, and I've been making her tons of money. And she's buying she's improving her house, She's upgrading the pieces she will wear. That's the beauty of jewelry. So if you have this ring and in 30 years from now you're going, yeah, I'm not into it, sell it. What the heck is a 1 carat yellow diamond that's natural going to be worth by then? I don't know, but it's going to be a lot of money, because the thing is worth, according to wholesale, it's $32,000 for just that loose stone, just the loose stone. In one of these little plastic baggies. The loose stone, $32,000. My gosh, what? Huh? $32,000 for the loose stone in a plastic bag in wholesale. We're doing $99. Nobody wants it. I'm cool with that. That's me spoiling you all these years. Good. Just promise, if you want value, you don't shop anywhere with me, because you're paying too much. If you're shopping with anybody else but me, you're paying too much. If it's fine jewelry. I get it. There's cheaper jewelry out there. Yes, I know that. Lab grown. This would be hard pressed. Let's make it even. Here's my vow to you now. My new thing is, if I make you a better value than the lab grown stuff, buy it with me. Get the natural. If I give you a better price than what you would pay for a lab grown diamond. I saw a 1 carat lab grown diamond the other day on TV. Was it yellow? No, it was white. It was $6,000. What if I do better? It was a solitaire in a gold plating. It was a 1 carat white diamond, lab grown, worth $0. It was $6,000. What if I trade you? Keep your $6,000. Give me $6,000 instead. I'll give you a 101 and a carat 71 in natural and in solid gold. And I won't even ask for $6,000. Here's my solution to this viewership issue tonight. Those of you that are here are getting the value of a lifetime, and you just have one thing. Don't tell anybody this happened. We're going to have a lot of people upset when they watch the show on recording in the morning. This is your moment live. It's happening now. I'm not doing 6,000. This is going to have to be an auction, Tony. It's going to have to be, because I'm going even lower than that, because I haven't heard anybody say sold. I haven't heard that. And I got 3 people on the phone lines. They called because they listened and said, I like it. Now they can hang up, but I'm not going to do 6,000. So that's the 1 carat lab grown white diamond price. That's in a solitaire. I'm giving you a 1 carat of 1 natural yellow, carat 71 of extra diamonds, and in solid gold, not a plating. And this is not going to be 6,000 or 5,000. Are we all on the same page here? Because this is absolutely bonkers. And I'm not going to ask for $4,500. We're going to go absolutely crazy. How about $4,000 to start, $10 increments, and it is a free for all. And I mean, a lot of that is free, because this was made in an era that is not today. Today, the gold mounting, the gold, $4,000 easily for the gold. The $32,000 1 carat yellow. What's the 171? That's significant. You got $4,000 or $5,000 of white diamonds in this ring. And we're asking for 4. And you get a money back guarantee. We size it. We change the gold color. We get it to your doorstep, all for free. And now you've got a $4,000 to open? Wow. And we're not done, because I don't hear anybody saying open. First, I didn't hear anyone say sold, and now I don't hear open. So now it just means I'm just a believer. What can I say? I am an eternal optimist. And I don't care what the gold world is doing, obviously. Obviously, if I did, I'd have to ask for at least $99.99. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go even less than $4,000. Come on in. If you haven't dialed, we got a couple people that beat you to it, but they haven't said open yet because they know I am desperate to make something happen. So I will. And this now, on this day, it's going to be the biggest yellow diamond value we've ever had. The first yellow diamond ever brought here was a 1 carat square cushion. It had this diamond weight, very similar. It was 6,500. That was 7.5 years ago. 7.5, actually it might be 8 years ago now. 8 years ago this spring. It was springtime. So we're coming up on 8 years since that happened, and it was virtually the same ring, and it was 6,500 back then. We're gonna do better than $4,000. Come on in, no excuse now. $10 on the increment, we don't even need to worry about it. We just need an open. And we're not gonna do 4,000. And I'm not doing 39. I'm gonna get every single yellow diamond collector out there on the phone lines. Today's the day, and I know you probably didn't wake up this morning thinking, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna get myself the ultimate high-end VS yellow diamond. Oh, and I'm just gonna get about 2 carats in diamonds around. I don't think anybody woke up this morning thinking that way, but at this point, with this open, I don't think you can afford not to make it yours because we don't even have them going forward. And here's what I'm gonna do. No open at 39, okay. How about $3,800? How about it? I'm gonna, you know what guys, I'm so far below our own cost on this. I mean, obviously, you know that, I know that, we all know that. We're gonna do better than 38. But when it comes to values, I don't know if anybody's been, how long you've been watching. Some of you have been watching an hour, some of you have been watching 10 years, whatever it is. If you have seen a yellow diamond here, you know this is the biggest value we've had, and it's such an ideal, beautiful, bright, brilliant cut. The color's there. Take a look at what's on display here. Take a look at what is at stake, what you have an opportunity to own, to collect, to wear. Not just to collect. Don't just put it on a shelf. Wear that thing. Maybe you put it on the left ring finger every day, and you got a new upgraded wedding ring. Maybe you put it on the right-hand ring finger and you just say, I'm wearing a luxury yellow diamond. Whatever it is, this is the value to get in on. It is not going to be $3,800. Here's the deal. I'm going to go $3,700. I would really struggle, guys, to do this band at that price. Just the gold. Just the gold alone. You look at how that's built. The band in the back, the piece with the double halo, the 2 rows down. You know what, Tony? Give it 60 seconds. 60 seconds and I'm done. 60 seconds. What can we do? Giving jewelry away. It's all we do. And everybody's hung up. Everybody who was on the phone lines, they're done. Last chance, last call. Final few moments remaining. Last chance on the yellow diamond. This is it. And we are not going to be seeing them going forward. Oh, I wish we could, but obviously I think with that wholesale, with considerations to what the wholesale price is going on right now, I don't think that's going to be realistic to bring those in any further, okay? So this is our last chance. Here it is on the hand again, $3,700, and there you go. $3,700. All right, no open on that. We're going to move right along. We've got an aqua. We also have the 3-stone ring, which has a pink and a yellow that are bigger. And we have our ruby value, our big ruby necklace, our beautiful Burma. That's coming up as well. Aqua is here. The big morganite's here as well. Lots and lots to get to. Thank you for not bidding. Because I'll tell you right, you know, there's a lot of envelopes I push here, so to speak. And I'm going to thank everybody right now sincerely because, and I don't mean this flippantly and I don't mean this sarcastically, you just saved my you-know-what. So again, I push the envelopes figuring with an auction that the lower you go in and open, the more bidding you're going to get. And it just opens the door for everybody to get in. That's my philosophy, at least. I've been doing auctions on TV for 25 years. Usually how it works, honestly, thank you for not getting me in all kinds of, heaps of trouble on this. I enjoy doing this. I do it for recreation at this point in my life. This is just, fun for me. I feel like if, the day I leave the business is the day there's a void in the business because nobody does what we do. And, obviously being the host here, it really is. This is just I feel like I need this to give you these values because I know nobody else can. So thank you for not getting me in too much trouble on that. Let's show a quick aqua here. I've got a very important aquamarine and yellow diamonds again. I hope at this point, I say this with our tanzanites, I hope everybody has one. I just hope everybody has got one. I hope at this point, when we see them stay here, I hope it just means everybody already has one and you're good to go. Because I'm the first person to tell you, don't get 3 of the same ring. Just don't, don't. Yes. Excuse me? Okay. Well, the clock is out. We moved it aside. We have somebody verifying the open. And I'm going to bring it back. So, Andy, can I ask who that is? Or is that getting way too nosy? Sally, and where's she calling from? Just to state. Okay. Sally in Florida. Has she ever shopped here before? Okay. So let me announce what's going on because everyone's probably going, what happened? I saw an aqua and then it's gone. Sally from Florida, thank you so much. Sort of. I mean this. I cannot be selling this ring at $3,700. And by the way, it's not a $1,000 increment. It's not a $100 increment. It's a $10 increment. And we now have the open. Granted, I could just move on because it came in late and the clock was over, so I should probably just move on. I'm not going to. I'm going to be a believer, and I'm going to continue that optimism, although it's waning a bit. We have $3,700. Sally in Florida is about ready to have the steal of all times. I'll tell you right now, if we had some kind of TVON almanac, I know almanacs are a thing of the past. Everyone's looking up what the heck is an almanac. If there was a top 10 list for TVON values, this one's going right to the top. Right to the top. And we have one bidder. Here's the deal. It's going to sell. So even if you call tomorrow and you talk to customer service, are they here? Who knows? And you call them and you say, I want to buy that ring. I'll give you 10 grand. I'll give the asking, buy it now. I want it. I didn't watch the show live, oopsies, and I want it. I'll buy it for 10 grand. It's not going to be here. We're going to have it in a box, apparently with Sally's name on it. It's going to Florida. Unless you can intercept the box on the way to Florida, from Los Angeles to Florida, is a wrap. So $3,700, unless you want to bid, I always give it a final clock so that you know it's wrap it up time. But you got one last chance, and that is in the form of a 2-minute clock. That's it. So we're witnessing history right now. You and me together, we're all witnessing history right now. I know, history. It's happening. $3,700, $32,000 for that. This is up to date. This is before it's even happened. I met with the diamond wholesaler yesterday. I'm not here on Mondays or Tuesdays. I don't actually come to the studio typically unless there's something important going on or special. I am literally out doing my other 18 jobs, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is part of what I do. I do jewelry in every aspect. I met with the wholesaler who sold us this stone about 8 years ago, and he's going to sell 1-carat yellow diamonds in Tucson in 2 weeks for $32,000 for the stone. So I can say a carat because that's what it is. It's a carat. Technically, it's more than 32,000. It's a 1-carat stone. Does that make sense? 32,000 a carat, basically 32,000. So here's what we have for you. We have 3,700. Sally's in the lead, and we're going to give it a last 2 minutes. And you do have to be dialed in within the 2 minutes if you're expecting to be eligible to bid. So this is it, guys. Last chance, last call, $10. Don't let $10 stand between you and the value. When we're talking about one of the greatest values we've seen here of all time and no longer seeing them going forward, and the fact that we're doing the gold color change, the sizing for you, the shipping for you, and you have a money-back guarantee. So if you don't think that it could be this good for this price, I'm going to prove it to you. Are we ready? Deep breath, 2 minutes, let's go. This is it. Final chance, final call. Who else would like a chance at this incredible 272 overall diamond ring? It's now or never. A minute 50 ticking down. And we just ask that you dial in before the clock ends. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Make the phone call. and do it quickly, remembering there's a delay. That's important. That's going to be the case with every channel and every network and all that, because there's just a delay. There just is. It takes a couple of seconds, and usually around here it's about a minute. So come on in, $3,700. You got to dial now if you want to be a part of it. Looking for 3710 or more. Power bids are welcome, but not needed. Welcome and suggested, but not needed. All you need to do is tell us what do you have that's going to be $3,700, and that's it. So last chance, last call on our 272 yellow diamond and white diamond ring in your size. Gorgeous look. I'll try it on again. As we are already looking at 1 minute from done. One and done? You've heard of one and done. This is one, W-O-N. You win. You have won. You win that ring, you've won. It's like a sweepstakes of diamond jewelry. Like you thought the lottery odds were slim? The only thing slimmer would be getting a yellow diamond ring like this for under $4,000. That is not good odds. And you've got it happening right here now. And you're here right here. Maybe that's the reason you're here now. Ever think about that? Maybe that's the reason you're watching at this moment. Maybe this is the value you've been waiting for. Maybe you didn't think you were waiting for it, but now you're realizing it's too good to leave here. Too good to pass up. Anybody else on this one? Or are we just one and done, the one and done? Sally in Florida? Nobody else? Last chance, last call. I'll recap our moonstone from earlier. We got a few pieces to recap for you. If you missed the beginning of the show, we'll recap our under $1,000 gigantic opal. We'll recap our gorgeous moonstone. We'll recap our Paraiba, which was a 262. And here it is, last call. Anybody else? Nobody? 37? Once, twice, 3 times? All right, that is sold. Congratulations. And here is, let me just show you the moonstone we had here. This is that really epic moonstone with about 2 carats in diamonds. There's the best moonstone we've had. Flashy and colorful and everything you want a rainbow moonstone to be. 30077. That's the item number on that one. And then we've got our beautiful glow to that. How about that color? What do you think? Blue, green, Paraiba light glow over the top of the stone. All the other colors of the rainbow. You name a color, it's there. It's in that 195 diamond mounting. It's got 18 karat solid gold. And we are here on a Wednesday night for about 30 more minutes. That's it. Thank you for tolerating me tonight. I came in with, I had such energy today. I was so excited to be here today. Got to tell you, I'm really thrilled about this lineup. We're going to recap what we have. We have to sign off in 30 minutes. I feel like I could just go all day, all night. I'm training big time for a marathon, so I've got extra energy because the more energy I expend, the more energy I get. I'm just a weird freak like that. The more, and like the earlier I get up, the more energy I have, the less I sleep. I'm in that mode. So forgive me, I'm a little high energy today. But here we go with our 310. The jewelry doesn't, that doesn't hurt either. But we've got this 195 diamond mounting, the rounds, the princess cuts, showed it earlier. Got anxious for this one. That one's only $39.99, by the way. And then we have an opal too. An opal that can deliver a lot of color as well, but in a lightning ridge stone. So we'll show that as well. This one's $39.99 though. Yeah, same as it was a little while ago. It's not our first time seeing this one tonight, but just wanted to recap it in case you weren't here, just because we're in that last bit of the show. Also have that ruby necklace as our grand finale. We're going to get to that sooner though. I'm not going to make you wait till the very end of the show. Want to give you a ruby. This is my little Valentine's gift to you. I get to do something every year that is getting us ready for Valentine's Day. And even though we're going to be here and see each other on Valentine's Day, I just wanted to make sure that you have something special, because by that day, it's probably going to be a little too late to shop. At least, I don't know about you, but I think IOUs for gifts are not always the best. Kind of says, I didn't think about it. It's like, oh, that's lovely, thanks, but that's an IOU and you didn't really give it any thought until right now. So I say you got to get your piece early so you can have it to give on the day. So I wanted to put together something special, and I don't know if there's any better option than Burma ruby. The only issue with that is that traditionally, a Burma ruby is going to be on the higher end side, so it's not always what we would consider super giftable. But I'm here to prove that wrong. So we've got a great big opportunity here on the ruby. First time seeing it here tonight, 112-3288. Very important ruby though. It's our 40-point round, and there's something special about a round. You remember the other day I had a 1 carat round. It was $29.99. True story. You can look it up. I'm trying to think what day it was. I think it was Saturday of this week. It may have been Sunday. It was a daytime, I know that. So it was either Saturday or Sunday, and we had a wheel of rubies, and one was a 1 carat round, and it sold very quickly, and it was $3 grand. Done. This has more gold. It is indeed a necklace. It's going to be 16, 17, and 18 inches in length. You're going to choose. So whatever length you need that day. If you just like one length, okay, fine. Just use that length. But it's a ruby that's going to go with everything every day. It's a ruby that also gives you a true red. And you think that sounds crazy until you look at other rubies and realize, yeah, most rubies are either pink, brown, orange, or purple. But I thought pinks were sapphires, and I thought oranges were mandarins, and I thought purples were amethyst. No, most rubies are more of those colors than they are red. You really have to go to the tippy top best in Burma to get the really good blue reds, which is what we want because it gives you the most visual reds. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll take a look at it here. Come on over. I'll be taking it off the stand here. I just wanted to get close to you and really close to it so you can see the kind of glow it has, because clarity is hugely important in a ruby as well. It's not just about the size, and it's not just about the color. It's about also the transparency, the color way, meaning does it have that secondary blue versus orange or brown or purple or pink? This one does, and it's our 40 pointer with 33 points in the diamonds around it. There's a couple of extra diamonds there in the chain itself. You probably know this design by now. I've had this design in just about every gemstone that exists. The difference is ruby's the highest in outside of a fancy colored diamond, because even blue zircons and amethyst and sapphire versions I've had are not as highly valued as a Burma ruby is. That is the difference maker. We're going to do something crazy here. And I'm going to take a ruby and we're going to do, this is my Valentine's Day special, i.e. it's going to be there in time. It's going to be arriving shortly. You have time to think about, you know, how you're going to present it. Here it is on the hand. A couple of different ways I like to show necklaces. First on the hand, then on the neckline. So you can see all the different perspectives from every scrutinizing view of the stone up close as can be to a view like this where you get a little more distanced away. And then I can show you the closure here, which is going to be our highest end closure. It's called a lobster claw just because it mimics the mollusk, right? And then you have the 16, 17, and 18 inches in length. Also, 33 points in diamonds, including those two larger bezel set stones that sit about an inch away from center. Here's what it looks like on. That's going to be the 16-inch. Boy, that way that flashes just upon moving a little bit. The bright glow, I mean, we're a distance away. This is as far away as we get. And yet you can still see the stunning color of that ruby. The transparency and the glow is still coming through. I could go further away, and I know, I understand, it's getting out of focus. But look at how red that stone still is. And then you come closer and see that beautiful sparkle of those diamonds, the way you can adjust it from 16, 17, and 18. And here's what we're going to do for you. Big value, 40-point minimum stone, glowing like rubies rarely do. And we have got something special here. White, yellow, or rose, also up to you. That's your choice. And let me show it again up close, because I really like seeing the up close just because I'm a freak about quality. I really know that anything can look okay from a distance, but getting up right in in the face there of that stone, literally, that's the face of the stone. That's where you see the best of the best. I don't know what we're going to do because I got a list price here that I'm not sure is going to do the trick. There's a $27.99 list, which doesn't make it giftable in my mind. I'm going to try to get you there. And there's that ruby. Don't forget about those extra diamonds. I know you're seeing the halo primarily. I want you to remember that there are extra diamonds. I'm coming even closer to the ruby so you can see that clarity you have. And here's, oh my gosh, hi Sally. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that makes so much sense then. Oh, wonderful. Well, safe travels to you. And I know, I'm sure Florida is much more pleasant, especially this weekend, than Pennsylvania. Can imagine. I've heard the stories that East Coast storm. Hey, listen, you're probably going to be in, East Coasters, you're probably going to be in this weekend. Let me remind you, we're here for jewelry. So to keep y'all warm and toasty, okay? Because I hear there's a lot of snow coming your way. So maybe stay in and be safe. I'm scared of the thought of anybody driving in several feet of snow. Something like, I don't know, a bunch. So just stay in and we'll be here for you. So that's very nice. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to make this better than 27. Let's put it on the auction block. Sure. I mean, what gives? I'll do auctions the rest of the show. Not that they're working that well, but it's kind of fun to do them because it takes you away from the original price. It gets you a sale when it's not a sale show, right? Who says every day is a sale show? Have you seen my prices? Every day is a sale show. You don't need a banner. What I'm going to do on this one is simple. We're going to do something a little crazy here. We're going to go zero to start. I have no idea what's going to happen. No living idea. Except for the fact that because we only have 23 minutes in the show, I can't do $10 increments. We got to do something like, let's do, what do you want to do? What are you feeling like? It's a necklace. I know, It's a necklace. So we're not going to do $1,000 increments, but should we do 500? $500 increments? It's a necklace that's worth $2,800 TVON price. I'm really like, let's see who's out there. Is anybody home? Let's try it. 0 to start. There is no reserve. You are rightfully supposed to pay $2,800. I'm not doing that. Really want to see who's out there in our last 20 some minutes. Here's the way you get a ruby on its way. Valentine's is about 3 weeks away. Ruby would be the stone. Now it'd be like the ultimate stone. Most people have to go garnets or synthetics. I'm really advocating, let's go to the top of the heap. There's a lot of ladies who love jewelry that never get to experience the beauty of a ruby, or certainly some of the lower quality stones that are out there, not Burma. Burma's been under sanction for a long, long time. Looks like we may have the open at $500. Hey, we might have one bidder. And this happened on the last one. You never know. Can you imagine? $500. I don't have anything that's $500 today, but this one potentially could be. Nope, never mind. We don't even have an open. No open. None. 0. Okay, so I don't know. This is going to be challenging here. So we've got any gold color you want, 40 points on the ruby. They say minimum just because, if we get you bigger, then you get bigger. Great. We know that there's a minimum on this one. And look at that amazing color. No? 0. That's it. Okay, we'll move on. Got the big aqua to show you. We've got the 3 stone. This one's going to be wild. Here's the yellow and the pink and the white. Man, oh man. I'm never showing a big Paraiba again. I showed a 19 karat, and that was the end. Well, guys, the 19 karat big tourmaline still here. No open on this one. Whoa. There is not anything here for $500, and I couldn't get the open. Let's show you what is here for under $1,000. This is $9.99 if you want our Australian Lightning Ridge opal. That's a good one. I do love that one. And by the way, okay, maybe there's like an 8-minute delay. What's going on? All of a sudden we got some calls. Okay, let's put the ruby back up. I see that the delay is just longer than I ever think it is. Maybe one day I just gotta, well, I can't sit at home and find out. That would be weird. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough experiment to do. Do we have an open? Because I have a feeling it's just gonna sell. We've had basically one bidder on any auction I've done for 3 weeks. Do we have 500? Who was first, Andy? We got $500. Tell you what I'm gonna do. We have 500. $500. It's a necklace. Gold's a lot of money. So it's really challenging. I'm just going to have a seat here and cross my legs. It's really challenging to do gold, 18 inches of gold, and everybody's hanging up, so that's good. We have one bidder at $500. We'll see who that is. We have $500 only. Gosh, that felt good, though, just to take a different position for a minute. Here's what we've got. We've got a final 2-minute clock. There is one bidder alone, and that's it. Oh, if that, I'm thinking about the next bid here. If that was something I could do anywhere near, I don't even want to say it, I don't want to say the words. If I could do that for anything near $1,000, that would be the special. I would advertise that for a month. I would just tell you it's coming up, and all I would do is talk about that. A necklace with a ruby. That's the thing, it's a ruby. I've had the Mandarin garnet version in recent weeks. It was $14.99 for a Mandarin. A Mandarin is not as valuable as a ruby. It's just not. It's the top of the heap of the corundum family, which includes all the sapphires of the world. And ruby is even a higher distinction than the sapphires of the world. And that includes all the sapphires of the world. So when you're getting a ruby and it's around, do you remember the ring I had? Almost the same size. It was $3,000 and it was the first one to sell the other day. That was like 3 days ago. That was 3 days ago. And it was $29.99 for virtually the same thing, except it was a ring, not a necklace. This is a necklace, got more gold. So we have $500. Tony, cue up a clock, please. I'm going to give it 2 minutes. I don't know if that's going to be enough time, judging on the delay to get the open, but here we are. So $500, the next bid, it's a ruby with diamonds, 33 points, adjustability, $2,800. So the next bid would still save you about $1,800. I don't know about you, but I've not saved $1,800 on anything in my life. Not a house, because I overpaid for my house. I bought way back when there was a bidding war and everything. Real estate was crazy. I had to overpay. Same with my car. I bought my car at the pandemic, the height of the pandemic. I had to overpay because there were no cars coming in, all that stuff. When was the last time you saved $1,800? I'm just putting in perspective. You got $1,800 potentially to save off of what it should be. That would be the next minimum bid. So I'll give it 2 minutes and we'll see it out the door. Otherwise, Andy, who's getting it at $500? I don't have anything in this inventory for $500. Who is it? Okay, so 2-minute clock is what we're going to do. There it is. It's running now. It's counting down. And when the clock hits 0, it's going to be gone. Top bidder gets it. We're only looking for $1,000 on an entire necklace with, look at that ruby. Look at that. No matter how I move it, do you see what's happening there with that glow? You know what it reminds me of? And I've only seen these in museums and also in trade shows. I've never sold one, but it looks like a red diamond. Natural red diamonds are really one of the rarest stones in the world. And because it's a round, so therefore it has that cutting like you would see with a diamond, that's what it's most reminiscent of, which would be one of the few ways to get anything more high-end than a ruby, would be a natural red diamond. I realize there's a lot of treated red diamonds and a lot of synthetic versions out there. Quite frankly, there's just a lot of simulated versions. That's not what this is. This is a ruby that happens to have the flash and the brilliance of a red diamond. We have 1 minute left to go in the auction. I wish gold was this cheap. I don't know where you guys are buying gold, but I wish it was like this. I wish I could do gold for $1,000. That's the next minimum bid. So I wish I could make gold that affordable if you get a full necklace. I wish I could make rubies that affordable. Even back when I sold them loose, they weren't that affordable. I wish I could make VS diamonds that affordable, but look at that. I actually am. I mean, I'm going to take the credit for it. I am making it that affordable because this is the auction I chose to run. Here we sit. Here we are. Here we look at one of the best pieces and values I can bring you, and it's here for, well, 20 more seconds, and then it's not ours to show anymore. And there's an aqua. And there's a pink. I don't know. You tell me what you want to see at this point. No requests the entire night. Let me know if there's anything you want us to bring on out from the vault. Be glad to do it. I wonder what's happening in the world. Something, right? Did I miss something? That's it? 500 going once. Do we have 1,000? We are at 500. The next bid, 1,000. Nobody? That's it? Yes, do you have it? 1,000? Got it? You got it. $1,000 we do have. 1,000. Going once, twice. It's sold. Congratulations. The ruby necklace is gone. Let's show the big aqua. Here it is. Sierra Santa Maria Aquamarine. 1129935 is right here. And that's going to be our fabulous Aqua 306 cushion cut rectangular version. Love that. It also is a 6-point diamond weight. These are those big 3-pointers on each side. So you've got another 3-stone style. You've been asking for them. We had something earlier in a 3-stone style. It was a tanzanite. We'll recap that for you. This is going to be our very, very best, though. Sierra Santa Maria, it's really what we specialize in. Look how it lights up. That, again, is 1129935. It's a 3-carat 06. We've had it once and wanted to bring it back. It was sold, and then it was swapped out. So I wanted to, knowing that we had so many people miss out, wanted to bring it back for you. 6 points is the diamond weight. They are bezel set, so they may look even, yes. You know how the rearview mirror always says objects may appear closer or something, objects may be closer than they appear. Yes. Well, in this case, with a bezel, diamonds are actually appearing bigger than they are, which is great because they're already big, so you get a bigger look. Love it. We're going to do the 306 for $1,299. Again, it was on a couple of days ago. We had to turn a few of you away, bringing it back. And then we'll show you the moonstone again. We are running out of time. We only have 14 minutes. We've got some under $1,000 deals still left, which is kind of wild considering you can't make anything in jewelry for under $1,000, but we've got a few pieces that are. And then we're going to show you here a little recap of 3 rings that are under $1,000. So if you like that price point, this one's only $12, and I'm going to try it on for you. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And it's just, it feels just perfect. It feels like a blue diamond, really. It's got that color saturation and tone we love. It's only going to be $12.99. Congrats if you get it. That's our one only. We're going to do our little under $1,000 recap for you. Get you some different choices in rings and pendants that are going to be well under $1,000. And then we also have the tanzanite 3-stone ring, similar to this. If you like this look and the styling, we're going to bring you a tanzanite that's got the same kind of look to it. But here's my under $1,000 recap for you. It starts with a very large opal. This would be a little bit shocking if this one sticks around. We have this opal. It's lightning ridge material. And I know there's probably a lot of places to go look at opals and see price tags that have several zeros beyond what we have here. This is the opal. Here is the sapphire. And I wish you know what, let me get a better angle on the sapphire too, because this was also shown earlier. I think it's just as simple as getting the right angle on it right here. So there's that royal blue we love. It's in a rare square Asher cut there. It's got diamonds on one side and the stone on the other. So 6 diamonds, that's going to be set in platinum. Then we also have, for my sapphire lovers, we've got a blue sapphire pendant also here for you, under $1,000. All of these pieces are $9.99 or less. Here is the sapphire pendant, real royal blue, gemmy rich oval on a beautiful diamond shape of solid diamonds. And it also has the diamond veil there as well. So that will be all under $1,000. Here's how it goes. $9.99 for either the opal in the middle or the sapphire. Actually, we're going to do $8.88 in the sapphire. So $9.99 for the centerpiece there because it's a lightning ridge opal. And then we've got the side sapphires there at $8.88 a piece. Still have the aqua here as well. 10 minutes left to go in the show. If there are any questions further or anything you'd like to see as a last minute request, we can always try and help you out there as well. We'll be happy to do that for you. So just say the word and we'll make it happen for you. But look at that, under $1,000. So it's $9.99 for the opal, $8.88 either sapphire. And then I want to spend a couple of minutes because we have 2 left. So we'll take the rest of the show and talk about the biggest tanzanite value we have, and impossible price tag is what we're going to make possible for our last couple that are available. It was one of our top of the hours, but that was hours ago. So we'll bring that out to you as well and get you all finished for the night. And then of course we're back tomorrow to do it again. So who knows what we'll see tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I can tell you that. Our conch pearls are here, those gorgeous diamond earrings. The Sorari, it's my first Sorari piece to ever stick around, are the earrings. So we had 2 carat 74 multicolored diamond earrings earlier. They're still here. And we also have the really important Cunzite pendant, a Mandarin garnet. The moonstone is here. The blue zircon necklace was also under $1,000. Just a reminder about those Sorari earrings, because I have not seen a Sorari piece stick around. Let's show this again as well. So again, $9.99 for the middle, $8.88 for either of the sapphires. Let me know if you'd like those. And then let's just recap these earrings, because the earrings are really fabulous and they have this great twisted design of a front-facing hoop, and they look just fabulous. They really are that beautiful way, especially if you have any of these pieces already, as every other piece is sold. We like to remind you that this is going to be that coordinating set, that match to the rings, the pendants, the necklaces, the couple of different things we've had over the last few weeks. And this is 112.99.16. Now, should have known there was an auction issue when I tried to auction these off way back when. Didn't get an open. Let's just remind you here what they are. They're 112.99.16. They do have 274, all fancy diamonds, all of them. They're that really beautiful mix of mostly greens and yellows here. And then there's some blue greens, and there's some beautiful, just different tones really. When I say blue, yellow, green, it's like blue greens. I see especially that right there at 6 o'clock on this earring. You see what I'm talking about. You've got different shades of green, a few champagnes, but they're mostly more orangey. That's the earring you will receive. They get you this front-facing hoop, but they're going to twist around, so they look like they're fastened in the back of your lobe, but it's as simple as a post and butterfly backing, and they're in solid 14 karat gold. And we tried to get an auction open there at 2,500, and since we didn't, I'll just go ahead and end the show is here. We've got about 9 minutes, and we still have a tanzanite to recap, which will be the rest of the show. We'll sell that out, but this is going to be $24.99 if you just like to get them real quick, end of the night special. And again, items and pricing are only available during the show, so make sure you know that and keep that in mind as you go ahead and take advantage of that, because that is a high-end $7,000 earring. So we want to make sure you're aware of that. Got the big tanzanite that is also going to be our beautiful 1 carat you've requested. So we actually cut down one of our museum reserves to make that happen for you. So that'll be coming up. All right, so $24.99, well under, and it's well under $1,000 a carat, which not your typical price point for multiple colors of different shades of diamonds that are indeed natural. So that's going to be $24.99 for that earring. And then this is little grand finale recap. This was really the special of the day here today, and it's the 3-stone style in the tanzanite. 0066 was the number on this one. With the bigger individual diamonds, they would be 10 points on either side, and we'll come in closer and watch the red flashes just come through. It's so interesting because a lot of times stones will work where if it is a larger stone, it gives you better saturation. This is all material that stems from the museum reserve. So when it comes to great quality, even in a smaller and therefore more affordable size, you're still getting the optimal and the premium color. And that really is important because tanzanite, like a lot of stones, usually does fail a bit as you are in smaller carat weights. Usually, if you, even the same rough, when it's a smaller material, it can be just shades lighter. And when you have a quality that's, let's face it, tanzanite is not about, and I love when people scream about clarity. Every single tanzanite is clean. If it's not tanzanite. So for all those people out there saying this tanzanite is clean and look how clean it is and oh my gosh, the clarity, it's always clean. If you see an inclusion in a tanzanite, it's not a tanzanite. Some stones are just blessed that way. Other stones really struggle. It's the same thing where to make a human analogy, some of us are just more inclined and better at math, and others of us are just better at like liberal arts, and we like, reading and writing and, that kind of thing. And some are more science and math oriented. Some are blessed with all those abilities, whatever it is. It's just an affinity or an inclination towards one subject or another. Certain stones have clarity, certain stones don't. This one does. So it becomes solely a matter of you judge the quality based on the color saturation. It's really simple. You don't need to go to GA. Let me save you a trip. Let me save you all the money of the courses. Let me save you the time that it's going to take to get to Carlsbad, California and go through courses and study for years. The saturation dictates the quality. It is that simple. The higher the saturation level, the better quality it is. The lower the saturation level, i.e. pastel, lighter in color, the lower quality it is. It is really that straightforward with tanzanite. Of course, we love a good size, but over the years, you've told me that 23 and 24 carats isn't always in the price point or isn't always the wearable size you want. So here we bring it wearably. We bring it to a 3-stone style. We still have the amazing saturation that is because it's from a museum reserve stone. So all that color saturation is maintained. The red flashes, you can see it right there. They're still evident, and look at that. I just darkened the light, now it's richer. This is why I get emails every day that say, my blue wing that I just received is even better in person than it was on TV. You better believe it. I don't say it if it's not true. I tell you all the time, get ready, wait till you see this thing at home and in person, it's somehow better. And that's a weird concept because where have you shopped? Probably everywhere else but here, where you've been disappointed. It looked amazing on TV and you get it home and go, that is not even the same ring. And probably it isn't, right? It probably isn't. Or it's just a matter of it wasn't an edited shot. It wasn't a photograph on a website that was heavily edited. It wasn't a lightbox shot that was in post-production for a week and got all kinds of little stars added to it. I've seen some wacky things on TV, and we stay clear of all that because we want to under-promise, over-deliver. Everyone else does it the opposite way. That's the only way you grow. That's the way you build. That's the way you incorporate your viewers as family members, is by doing something and giving and delivering better. And that's what we do. And this ring is not even $1,000. We only have a couple left. It was shown earlier. Very, very limited. And white, yellow, or rose gold, please choose your favorite. Whatever that is, there's not going to be any extra charge for choosing a different color of gold. It's just a matter of really, truly getting you what you're looking for and what you're going to be most thrilled with. And if you can't decide, hopefully this price point gives you an ability to get more than one, because why not? It's not $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.99. We're blowing it out for $777. And that is a mighty fine way to get yourself a 1 carat minimum. That's just a minimum. That's a guaranteed minimum on your blue wing. 20 points. That's 10 pointers each. I know you're going, that's not a lot of diamond weight. It isn't if there were 3,000 stones, but there are 2 stones. So it is a lot of diamond weight in that they're bigger individual stones. They're very important. And that's what we want. That's what we look for. That's what we deserve. That's what the tanzanite deserves. So certainly that's what we wanted to provide you with. Also, we had that Cunzite pendant earlier. We have the big moonstone. I think that moonstone needs to be seen again because that moonstone may be the best value outside of our tanzanite. Let me make sure you saw what that's all about because that's hugely important. Don't forget about that 19 karat 16 purple Paraiba. It's under $15,000. And we have, take a look at this, the moonstone that is ultimate, high end. This one's a shocker to me. This is when I knew, okay, Wednesday's gonna be a little different tonight because this one, I've had rings like this, $5,000 and $6,000 and they've all gone. This is a premium quality, of rainbow moonstone, and it's going to be 30077. That is the 310. It has 195 in both princess cuts and rounds, and that was supposed to be $79.99. Look at that inside, all finished fully on the interior of that gorgeous ring. So that's going to be a beautiful, solid, nice way to purchase, because it's a bigger ring, so you want it to be really well made on the inside so it sits properly. But we got this one way down, and yes, I'm not going to fault it for this. It's got a Paraiba glow to it. There's a surface sheen that is exactly the color of the blue-green Paraibas of this world. And to be able to get that sheen across that stone that delivers every other color as well, like that, all at the same time. You see that? Now it's red, purple, yellow, green, blue. It's every color right there. I'm seeing just Roy G. Biv. That's the acronym for the rainbow colors. That goes red, orange, yellow. Check them off. They're there. Red, orange, yellow. Green, blue, indigo, violet. This is no longer 79. Let me try it on. And again, finished, finished, finished. And nobody's waiting on this one. One only. Look at that. The color gets even more intense in normal light, just like opals. It's not 7,000, 6,000, 5,000. We have done a number of bigger moonstones with big diamond weights like this, and they've never been under 5,000. I'll make it even better than $49.99. This is the value on the best and brightest. I don't know how they keep getting better, but it's like the longer they're in a safe and a vault, it's like they're gaining better color. It's incredible what's happening. It's not $49.99. Watch this. One only. Let's see who's got it. It's going to be gone. You know that. It's the end of the show. Everyone's making those decisions. Tanzanite. Do I want the Cunzite pendant? Do I want one of the conch pearls? Now's the time to decide. We're going to make this $3,999. It's one of those values. It could leave you scratching your head, especially when it's 18K. Now, it does stay in the white gold because, well, the white diamonds, the white gold, they make sense together. But 18 karat solid. That's amazing too, especially considering it's so large. Now, Jason, anything we need to show you before we go? All right, so Moonstone's verifying, and that's that. And then we're in last call on our evening. Let me know on that Tanzanite 2, 777 on the Tanzanite 3 stone. Oh, this is the one. Hold on, we got to get one more item in here before we go. We got 30 seconds. I have got this one gone, I think. Let's take a look at this, the purple Paraiba. The 3-stone purple Paraiba, it's $19.99. It's a 262. You got to call me. We've got seconds left. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Call me on this one. It is a purple Paraiba, 262 in size. That's $1,999.